All right, guys. How are we all? Good? Everybody had a good
Fantastic.
week?
Good.
Hey,
All right, so
yeah.
last session, we began our adventure in the dewy, sleepy town of Meadowfen in the western reaches of the Humblewood Forest. In recent days, there had been a plume of smoke in the north, and some villagers had gone to investigate and then not returned. A few days later, one of them finally returned, nursing a wound on her chest and informing the city that the town of Ashborough to the north had been completely burned to the ground, and the roads around Meadowfen were now ripe with bandits, some of which had kidnapped the other members of her party and wounded her on the way there. The village elder, Ardwin, dispatched you four to travel to the city of Alderheart, the capital of Humblewood, so that you may inform the Birdfolk Council of this development, the extending of the Scorched Grove's borders, burning the forest surrounding it, and it appears the bandit coalition had swelled in numbers in recent days and were now wreaking havoc on the roads. It wasn't long before you were on the road, and it wasn't long down the road before you encountered your first obstacle. A party of bandits.
You mean achieved our first glorious victory.
A party of bandits that were waylaying an Alluran merchant named Eliza. Leaf dashed headfirst in the battle, and a bloody fight ensued in which the bandits came out on the very losing end. Some of them decapitated, some of them skewered, the rest of them running off into the forest before the party could advance on them as well. The merchant, Eliza, was very grateful for your help and requested that you escort her the rest of the way to Winnowing Reach and then onwards to Alderheart. Further down the road, you encountered a few swarms of ember bats, denizens of the Scorched Grove that were lurking on the outskirts of the burned area that attacked you on the road. You fended them off, defended yourselves well, and pressed on again, reaching Winnowing Reach by the end of the day. Upon arrival in the town, Eliza set up her cart to do some trade, and you guys headed to visit the local magistrate to inform him of the troubles that were plaguing Meadowfen. The magistrate requested that you divert briefly to head to the Mokk fields and the Mockton caverns to rescue his missing niece, a researcher who had disappeared in the Mockton caverns, attempting to get some slime samples. He agreed that if you were to attempt to find his niece and hopefully bring her back, he would write you a letter of recommendation, so that you would have an easier time gaining an audience with the Birdfolk Council in Alderheart. You opted to take the more dangerous road. You opted to take the more dangerous road into the Mokk fields, encountering first some undead, some birdfolk skeletons, which you fought off, eventually finding the cavern entrance guarded, well, less guarded and more just you found the path blocked by two sticky slimes meandering about, hunting for prey. You ambushed the slimes from a distance, taking advantage of the fact that they're blind outside of 60 feet, picked them off, clearing the way to enter the caverns, bringing us to where we are now. So,
yes, of course.
The way is clear. A few of you are a little wounded. What do you want to do?
Well, we have to venture into the caverns, don't we?
Yes, but I am at half health. Well, I'm very hurted.
You don't look
hurt.
very healthy. I myself could do with some rest as well.
Do you have any lay on hands available?
Why would I want to lay on my own hands? just
Your magic glowy touchy thing that you touch it and then the wounds healed up. That thing.
I unfortunately I do not.
You also have you also have the option of a short rest to regain some health.
Use some hit
Yes.
I think we should heal up before we go in there, because it won't be very glorious if we all die as soon as we step into the cave.
Does anyone have any torches? I have a candle. That's as best as I've got.
Surely someone should have some torches in their adventurer's pack.
Yeah, I what's it called?
Oh,
Leaf tears off his bag and just starts like rummaging through it, just throwing everything out. Like, yep, I got torches.
He's got torches.
Perfect.
All right.
Alright, now I gotta put all these away.
Alright, so
I'm
you want
gonna
to spend an hour taking a short rest outside the cave mouth?
Or is it an
Yeah.
hour for a short rest now?
Yeah, it's an hour. Yeah.
Sorry, I always
Pretty
knew it was like 50. Wow, I never knew that. Okay, sure.
Let's not rest directly outside the
Yes.
the cave mouth. Let's find somewhere that's relatively safe and then come back, perhaps.
Should we move back maybe to possibly where we started engaging? Oh wait, should we possibly move back to where we started engaging them up on the hill before?
Yes, I think we should move to the high ground a little bit.
Well, if you're insist.
Okay, so you
All
move
this walking, it makes me tired.
back to the slightly less sloppy and higher up
The
area.
hillock.
Yeah. And engage in a short rest. So you can hit the short rest button in the top right hand corner of D&D Beyond. And I think it even automatically rolls the hit die for you.
You have to click the box.
Do I
Taking a short rest.
click what's it called? Recover and barbarian, or does it matter? Do I have to tick both? Oh no, so it says recover, reset maximum HP changes during this rest.
Did you click long or short?
I clicked short.
Okay.
Short rest.
I think it has the class there in case you've multi-class because they have different size hit dice.
Right.
So
Cool,
yeah,
cool,
just
cool. I'll
just
yeah.
tick the class that's there. Yeah.
Confirm.
Cool. So Gregory goes back to full health, I believe.
Yes, feeling quite spiffing.
Mine didn't work.
Yes.
Roll
Did you-
hit dice maybe.
Yeah, that'll be it. Oh, big one. All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Full health, both of you.
I am ready to go.
All right. So you spend an hour. You just sort of stand on alert on the edge of this island, and just take the time to sort of patch yourselves up a little bit, catch your breath after these long fights on the way into the swamp, and you're ready to venture into the caverns.
Weapons wise, what's everyone carrying?
I've got this neat dagger.
Gregory?
This trusty little warhammer, and
Use it one
the
or two.
Yukilor on my back here.
And I have this great sword, these two hand axes, and 1, 2, 3 javelins.
Because
I
my
had
only,
4, but one's in the swamp over there somewhere.
the only issue I have is if we're wandering into this cave, we won't have much light. Kashmir, do you know if can you cast light?
I
You
have
haven't
pressed
tried.
digitation. I can kind of cast light with that.
Yeah. But it can't be a permanent light that's up.
No,
I was just
but I've
thinking-
got torches.
Well, that's it. Who's the best person to hold a torch?
Well, I
Oh,
only
I'm-
have a dagger in one hand, so I can carry a torch in the other.
That does mean that you're going to have to maybe stand closer to the front line than you did before.
Someone else can carry the torch then.
Well, that's what
Carry
I'm
the torch,
wondering.
I'll use a hand axe in my right hand and a torch in my left.
But you're a lot
It'll be
more
fine.
effective with your two-handed weapon.
That is true.
So I'm trying to think, should I just walk in there with my short sword?
Basil, would you carry the torch for us?
I'm more than happy to, but it means that I won't be able to do any ranged attack. But I mean,
We would be in a cavern, so
I mean, if you get into a
We-
fight,
we
you always
mustn't-
have the option to throw the torch to the ground and it keeps burning.
all right. As will walk over to Kashmir and put out his hand and says, "I will carry the light." Like Monty.
I'll hand him a torch.
Okay.
I've got tinder and stuff as well, so
Yeah.
light that torch up.
I got stuff to start a fire, but not to have a fire. In the box. Definitely
Alright.
gonna change that when I go to town next.
And so you're ready to enter?
Yes.
yeah.
Okay.
I believe misunderstood the instructions. Now he's holding his greatsword in one hand and the torch in the other.
All right,
No.
so you guys
Yeah.
enter the cave not long before the natural light disappears behind you. And you realize that the cave seems to be dimly lit by a number of different growths of phosphorescent fungus of different shapes, sizes, and colors, casting light to a dim level throughout the cave periodically. But
Cashmere, can we eat these?
Let me
I
have a
don't-
look. I don't think I've seen any of these before, but
Because they look pretty, they must taste pretty.
They don't look very healthy, Leaf.
let me give them a smell. Can I do a nature check on these
Yeah.
mushies?
Yep, go for it. These mushies.
Oh, that's just a
Mm.
that's just a 9.
You are unsure. You've having never left Meadowfen, and you've never seen fungi of this variety, and you've damn sure never cooked with it, so you are unsure.
I would leave them alone, Leaf. Perhaps for now.
Yeah, glowy things don't seem healthy.
All right.
Don't
so
cook
you-
me anything that glows. That's a rule of thumb from now on.
How much
Okay,
light
well-
is this torch giving up?
Ooh, that's a good question.
About
60
now-
foot.
Is it
It's
60 foot?
So 60 foot, 30 of bright, and 30 of dim.
No, sorry, it's 20 and then 20.
2020. Okay.
Does anyone
So-
have any vision? Like
Any
dark,
what?
low
I
light?
don't think anyone does. No one took a dark vision race. So.
No.
Yeah, no.
All right, so you guys progress forward into the cave. So it's about roughly 10 feet high and 4 to 5 feet across most of the time. It dips downwards. It then curves every now and then, but just remains one long tunnel. After about an hour of venturing forth slowly into this cabin, you come upon the first signs of the cabin having been used and traversed by probably the slime wranglers before you, and you notice that stretching for about 50 feet or so in a straight line ahead, the cabin is supported by a number of wooden buttresses, large sleepers that go up the walls and then across, supporting what seems to be a very rickety stone ceiling. Even as you approach it, you hear loud creaking from the buttresses, and periodically you see a stone of varying sizes just dropping from the ceiling and bouncing off the cabin floor. How would you like to proceed?
This
This
seems
doesn't
solid and
seem
safe.
Yes, I think quite the opposite, Kashmir. I think I don't appreciate the sarcasm in this kind of time.
I am confusion. Do we go on it or not?
Well, what do you think?
Well, I think if
Uh,
nothing else, we can remind ourselves that we can use it as a weapon.
Yeah.
What, the ceiling of the tunnel that we're in.
Well, yes, if we're set upon by a number of undesirables, then we can
We
collapse
can
the
block
cabin
you.
behind us.
Is an option. I wouldn't.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Deeper
did
into
you
the
know
cave we
that-
go. I start
did you know
moving
that-
forward.
Was it
Alright.
his niece? Was it his niece that was here, or his daughter?
Yeah, niece.
His niece.
So it doesn't
Yeah.
really matter if she goes missing. She's not
Oh
that
my-
close of a blood relative.
Well, that's what he said. That's his word. I believe. He's not too far.
Uh,
Every soul is
Well-
worth saving. That's what heroes do.
Alright, well, Leaf is plunging forwards. Are you guys all going to follow him?
Yeah,
Of
as
course.
closely.
Alright, so we're going to take a group dexterity check. So
Oh, jeez.
you're all going to roll dexterity saves, and at least 2 of you need to pass.
Okay. Where
No.
is-
Oh, how the fuck did I get a 4?
Fucking easy. Sorry.
That'll be checks, not saves.
Oh, wait,
whoops.
okay.
So how do I do a
What kind of
check?
Well,
Oh,
it's
just
It's a dexterity. That's straight dexterity check.
literally exactly the same
Yeah,
anyway.
it's the
The
same.
result.
Yeah. Oh, okay, cool. So as long as it's
No,
the same
mine's-
roll, that's fine.
Oh, wait. It's saving throw or check?
A check.
Check.
Yeah.
Okay, because mine's +3 if it's a check. It's a saving throw. It's +5.
We'll just take the roll you got, and we'll just make the adjustment
4.
for what it should have been. So.
Rolled a natural 1.
You're on that one anyway.
That's what I was
Full
just
influence
double
ability.
checking. Just double checking.
All right, so yeah, Leaf just
I
rushes
I think
forward.
it's the same if it's the same.
It's the same. Yeah, cool.
It's the same. It's a +2 to dex.
Yep, sweet. All right, yeah, Leaf just plunges forward, just darting like as narrowly and as carefully as he can through these buttresses. Gregory, you take off behind him, and behind you, Kashmir and Basil. Basil trips on one of the stones that has recently fallen on the cave floor, stumbles a little bit, bumps into Kashmir, who gets knocked into a buttress. All of a sudden, one of the sleepers gives
no.
way, and a cave-in begins. There's a
Oh no.
there's a shower of falling boulders behind you of varying sizes, but you all dash forwards. Gregory and Leaf sort of turn around and give a helping hand and pull you guys forwards just in the nick of time as the cave-in completes behind you. And the way isn't blocked. You can still get back through, but it would have been a deadly situation had someone been stuck underneath it.
That was sucky.
Yes.
Apologies, everyone. Didn't see that rock there. I was worrying too much about giving everyone else light that I didn't even bother to do it myself. Sorry.
That's why you shouldn't think.
We weren't all gifted with the skills of fleet of foot and the such. So
Right.
just keep an eye on the ground and next time, and
I will.
we'll be all right.
Make sure. Sorry, everyone.
Th-
Sorry,
uh,
Kashmir.
It's okay. It's okay.
That's okay.
Kashmir, you're okay. You're all right.
Yes, I
Yes.
I don't mind being underground in the earth.
No, it's unnatural. Shouldn't be
These are-
down here for much longer.
These are not natural burrows. These is wet and dank and ugly. Ours are warm and soft and dry.
Well,
Yes. Well,
if you like
most
to
of the
dwell on the
time.
ground.
All right.
No,
Onwards! I just turn around and just like,
yeah.
I'm bored of this now,
Yeah.
and I keep walking.
You guys proceed onwards for another 30 minutes or so. The cavern tunnel continues to be lit by the fungi, as well as the light of your own torch.
Mm.
About half an hour later, you come up on what seems to be a junction up ahead, and several pathways reveal themselves. Boom. Alright. Loading page.
Ooh.
Dun.
loading.
Alright, so you can place your tokens once it's loaded around here.
Work. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy.
What?
I'm here.
Oh boy. I don't know. Everything's going wrong, Josh.
Have you selected everything like I did last time?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah,
you
Right.
wait for it. You put
You've
your
gotta wait.
mouse over the name, and once your name
Yeah.
becomes blue, click drag.
Oh yeah, the old text
I now
select.
feel less silly.
Yeah.
I now
It took
feel less silly.
that literally last game was the first time I was able to work out how to put my token on. Normally Josh just puts it on for me because I can never work it out.
And then you told me how I could do it. Yeah.
Yeah. We help each other. We're already a party. This is great.
Huzzah.
So
Wait.
we came through this way, did we?
You did. So you see the tunnel branching off in two directions in front of you. Oh well, three from your perspective with this sort of pillar sticking up through the center here. Can I get perception checks from everybody?
Yes, you can.
Of course.
I am not very perceptive.
18.
Mm.
Gregory. My little beady eyes are darting around.
A little bit preoccupied being.
Yeah, okay,
scared
Gregory.
of
You don't
being
seem
on
to.
the ground.
You don't seem to be comfortable.
Okay.
Yeah, it's unnatural. being
So
on the
you-
Of
ground.
course, it's natural. We're in a cave. It's in the dirt. Dirt's natural.
Gregory's
Naturally is.
Gregory's still got his perch guard helmet on, and it's obscuring his vision a little bit, especially in the dim light. But Basil, as you're stepping forward, sort of holding this torch above your head, and all of a sudden you notice a drip, a little luminous green drip, dollop of liquid falls from the cavern ceiling and lands on your shoulder with a sizzle. You look up, and you notice several oozy, slimy life forms dangling from the ceiling, preparing to drop on you. I'm gonna need everyone to roll for initiative.
As soon as I
Shit.
shout this, I'd say, take a step back, everyone.
Oh
Oh, I
dear.
click on my character and hit initiative. Alright. Battle music. 1.
Whoa, that's the
Oh,
wrong one.
What I was on the tangent.
I wasn't looking anyway.
That was it.
Oh, fuck.
There's no tracker.
Oh yes.
I'll bring tracker up. There we go. Yeah, don't forget to have your tokens selected, guys.
I get
Uh,
that.
I
if you
realized what
if you
mine
did
take
not,
was.
then roll again.
No, it was so good.
Oh.
Uh,
Damn it.
Does anyone wanna swap dice with me? Virtual dice.
Hey, apparently this is. Didn't you say this is based on real phenomena now? The
Did you
randomness?
This is
did you roll
the
a
randomness.
negative initiative for that thing?
I did. It's 2 of them got negative initiative. Their
What
initiative
happened
is
last time?
that
Last time we were
good.
on the goose. Last time the dude's got minus 297.
What is that? Yeah, they have a negative dex modifier, so yep, it's pretty
That makes sense.
awful. So with a shout, Basil alerts the group to what is about to happen. You look up, as well as you notice that 2 of the sticky slimes that you encountered back outside the cavern, you notice that one is lurking ahead around the corner. You notice that one is lurking amongst the fungus in the corner behind you. Up above your heads, hanging from the cave ceiling, these new form of slime, this green, luminous green, oozing mass that seems to have bones and skulls embedded in it, in this grotesque looking sort of oozy puppet dangling, about to drop on your heads. Gregory, you're up.
I honestly rolled the best with a 10.
I rolled a natural 1. But the slimes didn't fare much better by the looks of it.
I rolled a 5.
All
So.
right. Well, Gregory, still being quite unnerved by having to venture through this cavern, and the cave in behind him as well has really just set off all of his nerves. So he's just gonna barrel forwards at he's not paying much mind to the ones up above him.
Yeah.
Trusting that someone else will figure something out for that. He's just barreling forwards to hack at this slime.
All right.
That's for Adea. And we make a Warhammer.
Ooh.
One-handed.
Good.
He's got his shield up as well.
It is a hit. For
Cool.
a 8 damage. They have resistance against bludgeoning, so it will take 4 damage. And I need you to roll a strength saving throw.
Oh, the first one, I
Yeah,
guess.
All
Sorry.
right, it's good. You managed to sort of you whack it, and then bring your warhammer back. You feel like the slime's membrane sort of sticking to the head of the hammer as you pull it back, as though it could have got stuck if you hadn't have attacked it with such a dexterous hit. Do you want to do anything else?
No, he's content just trying to hold this slime here away from his compatriots.
Okay. All right. The green slime hanging from the ceiling to the north of Gregory drops from the ceiling and starts oozing toward him. Now the closest thing there.
Ugh. Bloody oozes.
Did you get hit by that one before? No, wait, no. It doesn't go on the sticky one.
No.
All right.
Did you hit record?
I did.
Okay,
All
good.
right, I'm on top of that now.
Good.
All right. A 10 to hit, so it does not bypass your enormous AC, Gregory. So yeah, it sort of splashes down you, and there's a sizzle, and this corrosive sound sort of comes off your chainmail, but you are unscathed. Kashmir, it's your turn.
Oh, watch out, Gregory. Is this just purely stone? The walls of this cavern and the floor and ceiling.
Yeah. Besides the fungus growth on it, yeah, it's all stone.
Okay. Alright. I'm just gonna rush forward and try and stab this thing that's try and stab this thing that's on Gregory.
All right. Ooh, big hit. It's definitely a hit. Again, resistance. It takes 3 damage. I'm gonna need you to make a dexterity saving throw. Oh, it's a good
14.
one. So yeah, you sort of withdraw your arm after your strike just in time. You notice this splash of corrosive ooze sort of hit the floor in front of you, following the streak from your dagger there, and like the sizzle comes off the floor. Leaf, it's your turn.
I take out my great sword and I charge in glory, and
Alright.
I hit it with my sword.
Well, it's a good hit. With resistance, it takes 2 damage, and I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Strength.
Ooh, as you cleave your greatsword into it, the blade becomes embedded within its sticky membrane.
Oh,
And as you
no.
wrench backwards, your hand slides off the hilt, and all of a sudden you are unarmed of your greatsword, and it is lodged. The hilt is sticking out of it still, but lodged within this sticky slime.
Alright, okay. Can I draw my 2 hand axes now, or do I have to wait till my next turn?
Yeah, no, you still got your movement and stuff, so you can use that to draw the weapons. Yep. That is fine.
Yep, I draw my 2. I draw my 2 hand axes. Like, all right, and then yeah, getting ready for the next round.
All right, Basil, it's your turn.
This one.
Just add him.
Hello?
Oh, no.
Oh, there he is.
The one northwest of me, is that falling down from the ceiling?
It is not. It's still hanging from the ceiling, so it's out of melee range.
But do I see it?
You see it, yeah.
I'm going to hold my action until it hits the ground, and then I'm going to try and slash at it with my short sword.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, now is your chance. It drops to the ground,
Okay.
and you can take the attack.
My ground does the attack. Actions, short sword attack. Ew, 11.
Ooh,
Minus the sneak damage.
Yep, it's a hit. So
Ooh.
with resistance, you do
Just
4
8.
4
Yeah, I do
piercing
4
damage to it. Yeah.
Yep.
And make a
Do I need to do a dex save?
dex saving throw, please.
13.
13. It is good. You managed to sort of
Doing.
duck out of the way of the splashback.
Copy that.
All right, the
Alrighty.
slime engaging with Leaf sort of makes the same maneuver that the ones outside the cave were making. It sort of like wrenches itself back for a second and then flings itself at him using its own body weight to propel it. A 10
Lock it
to
with
hit.
my
You
axe.
you sort of duck to the side, parry it off with your 2 axes, and it just sort of like bounces back to the ground, and you are unharmed. The other one does the same thing towards Gregory Lightfeather, flings itself through this narrow corridor at him.
Cannot
Oh.
get past this shield.
Yeah, a pitiful for the hit. You just easily just knock it back to the ground with your shield. And top of the round, it's your turn again, Gregory.
He's still smirking at its pitiful attempt of an attack. Gregory's gonna strike back at it with the warhammer, but I kind of want him to do like a little flap upwards and then slam the warhammer down, like just for a little bit more vigor.
Okay. Oh,
Too much going on.
yeah. So yeah, just it swung just a little bit too wildly, and it just ended up like bouncing off the cave floor instead.
He's not used to these enclosed quarters, putting off his fighting style.
All right, the green caustic slime now turns its attention to Kashmir after he hacked a little bit of it away.
No, Kashmir. Watch
Kashmir,
out.
yeah, it's fine. He's quick enough, and he just sort of like sees it coming, and he's seen how these slimes move outside the cave, and he's ready for it. So it is your turn, Kashmir.
He's still extremely scared by this weird bone ooze mess attacking him. So Kashmir's gonna curl up into a ball.
Okay.
No! I can just curl up. That's all I can do.
Okay. Leaf, it's your turn.
2 hand axes and like, come on, you can't take both of them from me. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Nice. The
Oof.
first 2 are hits, so roll 2 separate strength saving throws for me, please.
He's
All
right. You
right.
can't take
Yeah.
that.
So your first axe lands cleanly in the center of the slime, piercing its membrane. There's a splatter of blue slime, but as you withdraw the hit, your axe gets stuck much the same way your greatsword did. And your hand comes back
Damn it.
without the axe, but it inflicts the damage. You learn your lesson with the second strike. You manage to rip the axe back out before it gets stuck. It takes 6 damage total.
Strike, then withdraw. Got it.
But you've taken quite a few chunks out of this slime now, and it's starting to quiver, much like the ones outside did when they were hurt, and it looks like it hasn't got much fight left in it. Basil, it's your turn.
Hello. So, I'm just trying to read the sneak attack thing right. So it says once per turn you can deal 1d6 damage to one which you hit with an attack with a finesse or ranged weapon if you have advantage on the attack roll. It
Yeah,
also
or-
says you don't need advantage on the attack roll if another enemy of the target is within 5 feet.
Yeah, that's
Is
right.
Leaf within 5 feet of my target?
He's not. He's 10 feet away.
Ah,
Yeah, so
Okay,
it means
fair
like if an
That's
ally
fair.
is right next to them as well, then you get the sneak attack.
alright. Alrighty. Yep, cool. Alright, I'm gonna go for another stab at this beast.
All right.
Remember, hold on to the knife as you pull it out.
Yep, yes.
All right. It's a good hit.
That's 8. And I have to do a strength.
Dexterity.
Dex check.
Yeah.
Dex save 19. Beaut.
19, beautiful. So you hear a bit of a sizzle from your short sword as it whacks through the outer membrane of this slime. This caustic goo splatters on the floor,
Does it
but you remain
Does it
unharmed.
look like the weapon is taking any damage from this?
It
looks
doesn't. It doesn't. It's whatever damage the weapon is taking. It's just superficial.
Okay, good. Because I'm just trying to see if it's like similar to other creatures that it can burn away the metal, but
No,
It
it
seems
seems
alright.
fine. Yeah, you're not worried about your sword at this point.
do you mind if I do a check to see if I can gather any idea of weaknesses on this creature at
Yeah, go for it. Roll a nature check.
all? Nature. Oh my god, -1. Let's do it, boys. That's an 18. Oh,
That's
Nice. All right, so
naturally 19.
again, just recalling the talks that you had with the slime wranglers when you were staying at the Wrangler's Rest in Winnowing Reach. You recall that this green oozing slime, you recall this one, they refer to it as a caustic slime. Different from the sticky ones in that your weapons probably won't get stuck in these ones. But there always is a chance that when they're pierced, they can splash forward some acid that can harm yourself or whoever is attacking it at the time. Like most slimes, they are resistant to... actually. These ones aren't resistant to weapon damage. So that is just the sticky ones. So that one's on me. So you actually did 8 damage to it.
And before, when I did my attack, do I get that damage or should we leave it at the moment?
So no, I'll rebuke all the damage they should have taken. So fine. And so
Right.
the one that's Cashmere, yep, that one's good too. So yeah, these ones, unlike the sticky ones, are susceptible to damage from blades and blunt force weapons.
Yep.
You know that being acidic in nature, they have no... they are immune to acid. You also
Acid
know
damage.
if they are slashed hard enough, so implying from slashing damage, which you are currently inflicting on it.
I'm doing piercing.
Oh, you are too. It's a short sword.
Yep.
If they take, if they are slashed hard enough, one of the Wranglers told you a tale about how he once cleaved a caustic slime so hard in two that it became 2 separate slimes and continued its assault.
Okay. I relayed this information to the group. Anyone? Wait, did you
In
get
the
my
space of 6 seconds.
Yes. In space of 6 seconds, traveling moments. Don't slash them. Don't do too much damage to these green ones with a slashing weapon, or we'll be fighting more of them. They split in half.
Good thing.
So
this
So go
is
easy on them.
slashing.
So go easy on the green ones.
Go easy on them. Not in my vocabulary.
Hold back.
I'm
little.
very confused. This is
But
what? What?
the caustic one that you've been engaging, Basil, now seems to be in pretty poor condition. You've taken quite a few chunks out of it, and
Copy that.
it looks like it's just hanging in there. It makes a rebuke against you. Attempts to just slam against you and engulf you the best that it can with what is left of it. And that is a hit. You take 7 acid damage.
Shit. All right. 7 acid damage. Jesus. Damage. I gotta remember how to do this.
So you just do it on D&D Beyond, and
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oop, that's 1, 2. Oop. Fly changes. Okay, I am. I'm on.
yeah, Basil.
love it.
Yeah, you take it. It sort of like thumps against you, and the acid sort of oozes from the open wounds that you had created on it. You start to scream as the acid seeps in between your fur, and you feel it eating away at your flesh.
Yeah. Jesus.
The sticky
Smell
slime.
of burnt fur. The smell of burnt fur in the air.
the sticky slime fighting with Leaf, sort of he rebukes it with his axes, and then it bounces off the wall and comes in for a second attack at him. It hits this time for 3 bludgeoning damage against you, Leaf. Just with 1 axe in hand now, you are not ready for the strike. The other one, again, sort of ping-pongs in this narrow cavern and then hurls itself at Gregory again.
I'd like to see you try it.
Oh, you take 5 bludgeoning damage this time, Gregory.
Ah,
You're just not ready for the ping-ponging action. Just sort of catches you off guard, and it slams you center in the chest with enough force to knock the wind out of you. And then it's your turn,
5?
top of the round. 5 damage, yeah.
Yeah. Alright, oh, Basil. These bloody
Yes.
slimes are... Jesus. No, Ardea. There we go. Uh,
I was about to say, who's Jesus? Do you mean Jesus, the gardener?
Jesus, yes, please help us with gardening.
Well, he looks
I
like
hear
the rock
gardeners are
star,
quite
Ted
good at
Nugent.
Ted Nugent. He's gonna just slam this thing again with his
All right, roll a hit.
not with his Akua, with his Warhammer.
Ooh, that is a hit. After resistance, it takes 3 damage. And I'm gonna need a Dex saving throw from you.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, strength.
Whoa.
Ooh, no good. You slam it just a little too, like, half-heartedly. The head of your warhammer just sort of goes and just engulfs it as you slam it into it, leaving just the handle sticking out. You wrench back, but to no avail. Your hand slips off the hilt, and you're left unarmed of your warhammer. All right.
GG.
The caustic slime now, just with its blind sense, what it sees is just like this helpless creature in front of it, attempts to engulf Kashmir.
Ah!
Oh, 19 to hit. You have 19 AC when you're... Oh,
That
no.
is- yeah.
Oh, you are hit for 4 acid damage. Yeah, just you just take it, and it just sort of like rolls over you and engulfs you, just seeping down around your spines and burning your skin. Your spines only hurt things if they miss, don't they?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. It's your turn.
I'm knocked prone, by the way.
Boy.
From
Oh
that.
yeah, yep.
I think I'm just gonna stay curled up. I'm terrified of this creature.
Okay,
This is my best defense.
all right. Leaf, it's your turn.
That's all I'm doing.
Hit it with my axe.
Hit it with your axe. All right, it's a hit. Gonna need a strength saving throw from you. Strength, not dex.
I don't. Whoops.
Saving throw.
Oh, for fuck's sake! I'm kicking the wrong one. There we go.
91.
Oh no!
Ooh.
Oh no! It takes 3 damage. You cleave just sort of an enormous chunk out of it, and what's left of this poor slime, now embedded with 2 of your axes and your greatsword, looking like this very, very crude looking Stone Age weapon rack now set up in front of you. And,
Stop picking my weapons!
and you wonder what to do next. Basil, it's your turn.
Okay, I draw my second short sword from my my hilt after seeing Leaf do this and hand it out to. Oh wait, no, I can't because I've got the torch in my hand. Oh no.
You can just drop the torch as a free action. It's fine. Yeah.
Okay, I'll drop the torch as a free action, pull out my second short sword, and hand it hilt over to Leaf as I go
nice.
for an attack
Cool.
on this creature.
I like it.
Surely it won't take 4 weapons off me.
It has a carrying. I'm sure this creature has a carrying capacity. What's that?
A good hit, and enough to finish it off. You just sort of come down, you cleave its center mass through what's left of it, and just finish this slime. It quivers for a second and then collapses to the floor in an inert pile.
All
Roll, roll a dex saving throw for me.
Oh, dex save. Oh, Jesus Christ! Come on. Is it gonna do it?
Nice.
Oh,
Yeah,
good.
you avoid any.
So I'm gonna retcon that bit. So I'm gonna stab this creature and then pull the sword out, hilt first, and just hand over to Leaf and say, "Don't lose that one."
All right. The sticky slime now looking very dangerous with this multiple weapons sticking out of it. Launches at Leaf like a what's it, the flail with the spiked ball on the end of it.
Star.
Yeah,
looking like one of those.
Does this add more damage to the creature?
I feel like that would
You're
be cruel.
about to take.
Leaf, you're ready for it, and you deflect it with the blade now like past you from Basil.
Yeah.
The other one comes back for a second strike at Gregory, who's now been knocked a little bit off kilter. Oh, another hit, Gregory. 2 bludgeoning damage.
2. Damn it. Alright. How's the one in front of Gregory looking? How's the slime looking, Josh?
You've done quite a fair bit of damage to it. It just kind of... It looks like you've knocked about sort of roughly half of its mass off its body, and what's left of it is now just sort of rolling around with your hammer's hilt sticking out of it.
Smack it with his shield.
You do have the
no,
option
no,
of trying
I
to grab your weapon out of it.
Yeah, I was gonna say I want to try and like grab the hilt of my warhammer, and whilst in the same action of trying to pull it out of the creature, I want to try and slam the creature into the side of the cavern. Sorry. Like
Alright.
try and like just try and like ping it off either one of the sides, just shake it off this warhammer.
Okay, roll an athletics check for me.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh, it rolled a nat 20 for its opposing check. So you sort of run forwards, grab the hilt, and it just sort of like thrashes around and wrenches it back out of your grip.
Oh, this bloody slime.
This caustic slime continues to just engulf Kashmir the best that it can around his spines. Oh, a 7 to hit this time.
Yes! So when it misses, it takes 2d4 piercing damage from my
Alright.
shock quills.
Yep, roll for damage. Alright, it takes 4 damage, and then roll a dex save for splashback from the damage you inflicted on it.
Oh no.
Just a dex save. 14.
Yeah, that's fine. Somehow you became very dexterous all of a sudden, and your little curled up
Roll
ball.
up in the
Alright, and then it's your turn.
I'm gonna get out of my curled up state.
Yep.
Stand up. Trying to like push this thing off me, and I'm gonna use my action to disengage.
Okay.
And I'm gonna move over to here.
Oh Jesus.
Okay.
Ooh.
Leaf, it's your turn.
All right, surely it won't take another weapon off me. Yeah. Should I just roll a strength check then, or?
If you're just hitting it with the sword you got, then it's just
Because I gave you my short sword. It's a 1d6.
Yes. It's a 1d6. Okay, so
1d6. If you've got and it's also a finesse weapon. So if you've got more dex than strength, you do more.
Yeah, it's the
You
same.
can hit.
No, I am a big strong boy. I did not know finesse is not in my
Okay.
vocab. I'm just gonna roll a d20 here because it doesn't
just
have
roll
the
the hit
option.
with your sword. That
Plus
just-
5 or
yeah,
whatever.
just roll the hit with your sword because it'll be the same to hit at least.
All right.
And we'll see if you hit, and then worry about the damage. All right, it's a hit, and it's only got 2 HP left, so whatever you roll will be enough to dispatch it. So, you
Well, smack it with the sword, and it's
Yeah.
like, yaha! And then
thrust
start
your short
gathering
sword
my
at it. What's left of this little ball holding you onto all these weapons, you stab it, and it makes a little whining noise. Collapses into an inert blob, and all the weapons roll to the floor, covered in blue
Excellent.
mucus.
I start gathering them up.
All right, Basil.
Alright, I'm trying to decide if I should swap to my short bow and fire at that sticky slime, or if I should get in melee combat with the green slime. But obviously, I'm very low on hit points at the moment.
Up to you.
Shoot
Yeah.
it with your bow.
I think I'm going to. Alright, I'm going to drop my short sword, pull out my short bow, and fire it at that sticky slime.
All right, roll a hit. Oh,
Maybe not.
oh, hang on. Ooh, that's a hit. It
Ooh,
is a hit.
Oh,
and that is. It's only 4 damage, though, I believe.
Is 4 damage. That is correct.
And
Yeah.
and snake, you get snake damage.
Well,
standing next to
Am
him.
I considered sneaking? No, because
Well-
if it's the slime, I wouldn't be considered sneaking because he's got blind vision.
Yeah, I think the melee
Doesn't
one
it
only
just-
applies when, like, yeah, they're threatened by an ally in melee. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong. Do you want to just check the text, Adam?
This is
So it says, because it doesn't specifically say, it only says when I have advantage. So
Yeah,
will
and
I,
what
I
does it
only
say
ha-
after that? About
Okay, so once per turn you can deal 1d6 damage to one creature you hit with an attack with a finesse or ranged weapon if you have advantage on the attack roll. You don't need advantage on the attack roll if another enemy of the target is within 5 feet of it. That enemy is incapacitated, and you don't have disadvantage on the attack roll. So technically, he is within 5 feet.
okay,
The creature,
yeah,
so I would-
you get your sneak attack damage. That's
Fuck
fine.
yeah.
Yeah,
Alright,
it's
10 damage total.
it's busy like oozing
Piercing.
up over towards Gregory, and you hit it in like a just like a soft spot. Yeah, you do 10 damage total.
Yeah.
It makes a sort of whiny, quivering noise like the other one did. It's like, and you see that it doesn't look good. It's starting to like quiver rapidly. It looks like it's on its last legs. The sticky slime continues to assail Gregory.
Can I use a reaction to try and put it off? Because I'm holding the warhammer.
No, it wrenched free of you, so
Oh,
yeah. But it's only a 9 to hit, so you are unscathed this turn, and it's your turn.
All right, seeing it just pull away from me, and Gregory just assumes the slime now has full control over the warhammer, so he's gonna withdraw his Yikawa from his back and just make a quick stabbing motion from behind his shield at the oozing slime.
All right, roll the hit. Oh, that's a good hit. 2 damage.
Yeah, buddy.
Oi.
All right, yeah, you stab it, like, and you see the membrane pierce, and another little blob of goo sort of torrents forward out of it, and then it's like, and doesn't look like it's in very good health. you like my ooze noise?
oh, this
Yeah.
Doing it for you?
Yeah.
it's getting me there.
It's the immersion.
What'd that say?
You know those sounds that those, when you get those little pots that are filled with the slime and you stick your fingers in? That's,
That's
You know,
exactly what I was going for. You know, I actually have one of those in my room right next to me. I could actually just do
Oh,
that.
no!
It has little
Sorry,
eyeballs
guys.
in it.
Sorry,
and everything.
friends. Oh, no. Is that on the stream?
I could grab it and put it in front of the webcam.
Jesus Christ.
Where did it- oh man.
Sorry, friends. Oh, no, he's wandered off.
No, I don't know where it is. That's alright.
okay,
Alright, the
My
caustic
imagination.
slime. What's left of the caustic slime attempts to engulf Gregory. Ooh, a
Control.
19 to hit. You take
Well, this is-
three acid damage.
It succeeds, doesn't it?
It does, yes.
Not feeling too great over here, fellas. Some assistance would be much appreciated.
Kashmir.
Alright, I'll do my best. I'm gonna move up to here and fire a sheet of frost at the caustic slime.
Alright. Constitution save?
Yes. 13 is what you...
Oh, it rolled a 16. It passed.
Damn it.
Roll a d20.
Sorry.
Oh,
Oh,
no. No.
What is this? A
Oh,
confined
dear.
cave?
Oh,
Oh, no. Right. Okay.
Or gravy.
cheeky 4. It's all good.
Cheeky.
Leaf.
I what's it called? Pick up the greatsword, move to here, and then strike at the caustic slime. Yeah.
Alright. That is a hit. 5 slashing damage. Roll a dexterity save for me.
Dex save.
Ooh, very nice.
A good hit and a good save.
Ain't gonna catch me.
What does it look like?
Good question. As sort of like a slash, like what's it called? Come down diagonal as a sweep, slash down inside. I can see it like divide up, so then I change the angle and keep the in the same swing, keep the rotation going, and slice it up again, and it can't take it, and just sort of like. Psst.
Nice. Yeah. It collapses
Dissipates.
into a puddle of caustic green goo. Basil, it's
Go
your
on,
turn.
Leaf.
Alrighty.
Yes.
I am going to fire an arrow into the slime at the back.
Alright.
Let's do this with advantage.
Nice. A good hit and 12 damage, even halved. That is enough to dispatch it. So you masterfully.
Is it half? Is it piercing?
Yes, yeah, all
Okay.
piercing, slashing, bludgeoning they're resistant to.
Right. Yep. Sorry.
But it's enough to dispatch it, so you masterfully
Hey.
target this arrow past Leaf and Gregory into the narrow corridor. It pierces the outer membrane of this sticky slime. It quivers for a second and then collapses into a blue sticky puddle containing Gregory's hammer.
A wonderful shot there, Basil. I'd like to retrieve my hammer.
Alright. You guys have dispatched all the slimes.
Okay. Basil's
Hooray!
feeling quite worn out.
Yes.
He picks up the torch, his short sword, and he puts it away. Is there any chance I can pick up the, was it 4 or 5 arrows? I'll go through and count them.
We'll say
You can tell me how many I'll pick up. I don't mind if
you
it's
only
only a
fired
few.
you only fired 2 arrows, didn't you?
2, yeah.
Yeah, they both
Yeah.
landed in the slimes. We'll say the one that hit the caustic one got eaten away, but the one in the sticky
Fair enough.
slime you can retrieve.
Cool. So I'll put that down.
I'm going. Is there any damage to my greatsword or anything now that I hacked into the
No,
caustic slime?
your bladed weapons are fine. They might have some slight superficial damage on the finish, but they're okay.
They've just got a etching like Damascus steel.
That
You can see the
is
crystal structure
dope.
of the swords now.
I give back Basil his short sword. Thank you very much.
Yeah, he puts that one away and says, "Thank you." Gregory,
No.
Yes, sir.
Gregory, do you have much in the way of healing? Otherwise, I need to take a rest.
I have,
If I was to say if I was out of 9, I'd be a 2.
Well, as you
I'd probably be similar to that.
as you
Yeah,
explore your immediate surroundings, you notice that there's 3 sort of tunnels diverting off your area. You notice that one goes to a dead end up to the north. The one to the east leads to another corridor of buttresses similar to the ones you saw earlier, and you spot in between them just this really beautiful, dimly lit room from all these variations of fungus in different sizes and colors, and there even seems to be like these glowing spores floating in the air. It seems really inviting and looks like a relatively safe place to camp out if you wanted to.
Ah,
Yes.
these are lovely.
Sensible. Everyone into the cabin thing.
I was a little
Uh,
bit wary of it.
Yeah, I look up. Leaf looks up into the ceiling.
He walks into the middle of the room and looks up.
It appears
Yeah,
to be
in that order.
it appears to be slime free.
Okay.
And you know that these slimes have blind sense, so if there was any, they're not exactly patient ambushes. They would be coming at you by now. So
Okay, good to know. Good to know. So
Gordon
we're
is quite
resting here,
tired.
right?
Yeah, I would like to set up a rudimentary camp and
take a
nap.
long rest.
Well,
Yeah.
first we just want to have a look around, maybe.
Well,
you know, honestly-
don't go venturing much further than
Well, I don't want to go.
those new
I'm saying
buttresses.
maybe someone. Leaf, do you want to come with me?
Almost always. Let's do this.
Gregory, have you've used your
I don't have
hit
lay on
die for
hands
the day.
until I. Yeah, I need to have it. I never let a long rest.
I still have a hit die. Just wondering.
Well,
Yeah, you
at
would
this
need to
point,
rest.
like it took like a good part of the day.
Oh, did it? Okay.
It took
Yeah,
an
we
hour or
tried
two to
to
get to the swamps, and then
Yeah.
you wandered through. You fought with the skeletons, wandered for another hour or so, and then you've been wandering underground now for a little over 2
2
hours.
hours
So
almost,
it's
yeah.
it is getting to mid-afternoon, and you could
Was
I
that
thought the sun was going down as we
The
entered.
sun was going down as we got in
Yeah.
to the caves.
no, it was like midday, maybe early afternoon at best.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
So
It would-
you could just take a long rest if you guys wanted to.
Well, you know what they say. It doesn't matter what time of day it is underground. It's always dark. And
Yes.
I would like to go to sleep.
All right.
Basil,
I'm
do you
gonna
mind if you keep the first watch, and I'll wake. Come get me in 3 hours, and we'll change.
You guys proceed to take a long rest, and it's quite surreal. This little part of the cabin you've found, with all this multicolored phosphorescent fungus and all these spores floating around, and you guys sort of like dreamily can just lay there and just spend like the next 8 hours just lounging around, chilling, enjoying the ambiance.
yeah.
I'm going to do a nature check just because he's going to. I'm going to eat one.
Oh boy!
It's like it's just
Leaf,
so pretty. It has
Leaf,
to
you-
taste
you-
good.
you
Roll
really-
roll a Constitution save.
Oh, he's just straight up going for it. Okay.
He's going for it. Oh no.
Oh, I take a step back. Basil takes a step back.
Yeah, it sort of sits fine for about 40 minutes or so. Sits fine for about 40 minutes or so, and then all of a sudden you begin to vomit profusely.
Not when we're sleeping.
Oh no, but better out than in. I always say, Leaf.
Well, you
I can
shouldn't
feel
have
it coming
to
up,
begin
so
with.
like I put my hands over my mouth, run out of the cabin with all the colourful things, but I can't stop it in time, and it starts overflowing past my hands.
And you leave
like
a
a rainbow
you leave
colour.
Say
a
that 20
very
times at a club.
stomach acidy phosphorescent trail of puke on the way out of the cabin and into the junction.
Phosphorescent. Is this map literally glowing?
It smells like one of my stews.
Oh, Casimir, I don't think that's what your stews to smell like.
They taste
Alright.
good though.
Well,
I'm not
can
trying
try.
this to.
All right.
not the one
so
that Leaf has spilled all over the ground. No.
No, no.
you guys have long rested. Leaf, you can go back to full health as well.
Josh, what was up this way?
So that is a dead end. It seems to be blocked by some sort of cave-in.
What is the cave in? Is it stone cave in?
Yes, yeah.
Or is it like loose dirt?
No, it's big. It's boulders. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Because
Alright.
I've got mold earth.
Oh, even if you make an attempt, to sort of magically shift it, it's long and deep. This cave-in, like it's a big deal.
Okay, so you can kind of see that it's
Might,
cool.
There might even be a chance that when you move it, it could cave in further.
So the
Oh.
only way forward seems to be this chain of loose buttresses, very similar to what you encountered earlier in the cave.
Now,
Okay.
I'm gonna have to go
Basil,
single
no.
file through here.
I'm just gonna do a
let's,
perception check just to see if the if it's as precarious, like the
Yep.
What's it called?
The last one
Is
was.
it?
Yeah, you can hear the telltale creaking, and every now and then you see a shower of dust sort of rain from the ceiling further down. It looks just as hazardous as the last one.
Okay, everyone, be very, very careful.
now I propose we send the smallest ones first.
Smallest? Well, that would put me up.
Kashmir,
Right?
Basil.
Well, how tall are you, Kashmir?
Just over 3 foot.
Okay, I'm under. I'm 2'6". So
You go
wander
first, and
ahead.
I'll follow right behind.
All right. What do I
Alright.
need to roll for this?
So we going for the group dex check again?
Yep.
All right.
But we're ordering ourselves like this, I think.
Dex check, not.
Okay, cool. Yeah, checks, not saves.
Wait, how tall is Leaf?
I want to say like 6 foot. Like he's very tall.
Oh, okay. So Leaf will
6
go
foot
at
to the
back.
head, and then an extra 2 foot for his ears.
Yeah.
Depends if they're down or up.
Yeah.
Oof, the big oof.
Oh, that's a huge oof. The oof warrior.
That's alright. Two of you passed. So yeah, you guys are again form a different marching order this time and dash through. Basil light-footedly sort of flops his way through. Leaf follows up. This time, just as gracefully gets through, and then Kashmir just sort of stumbling a little bit with his
I
sort of.
was gonna roll through.
Oh, you're gonna roll through? Alright. Yeah, Kashmir
So he just
rolling
rolls
through.
to the side.
Accidentally bumps into a buttress. They quiver a bit, but they hold. And then Gregory Lightfeather bumps into the behind of Kashmir, now come to a stop. Sort of touches his spines accidentally with a bare part of his flesh. Yelps. And knocks one of the buttresses, triggering a small cave-in again. But you guys managed to dash through just in time, avoiding the worst of the rock fall.
They did back in my service in the Perch Guard. They did actually have another name for me. It was Gregory Clumsy Feather. I
Very
do
apt.
begrudge that still.
All right, you proceed on. Yep.
I might. I'll give the torch over to Kashmir and says I'm just gonna sneak around the corner and just sneak up and have a look if I can.
Okay,
Okay.
be careful.
I'd need the torch though, won't I?
If you want to see, you'll need the torch.
All right. I'll sneak up. I'll sneak up with the torch.
All right,
I mean, what's the worst that's gonna happen?
you sneak ahead. There's a slight turn, but then the cavern tunnel continues. It continues for a long time, and you guys.
Ooh.
It's a good
That'll
stealth.
do.
check. We'll carry that over onto the next map.
Yeah, bloody.
Yeah, there's about half hour to 40 minutes of more spelunking before the tunnel opens up again to the next area.
Ooh.
Can't see anything. You put out the light.
Light the torch.
Wait,
Light the torch,
I've
Leaf.
got my tinder here.
All right,
Leaf.
so,
Where are you? I can... Wait,
you,
no.
you won't see anything till you put your tokens on the map. So put them in the bottom left corner.
Oh no, I've highlighted. Bottom left. Oh god, I've highlighted everything. Bottom left corner. Less.
No, you.
Mine
One
work.
go on the map, Josh.
Yeah. I just gotta put a torch from King. Yes. Going on here. Oh, yeah, you don't have sight. Now,
I can't
see.
see.
All right.
Yeah.
So now you can see by the light of the fungi. I will put a torch in Basil's hand.
Hello there.
General Kenobi.
Can I open my eyes now? Oh, I open my eyes. We're okay. Thank you, Blue Sword Games. Ooh, why am I? Why? Is there meant to be 2 leaves?
No,
it's
he
dragged
has,
in.
Sorry,
he
I
has,
didn't.
he has dragged in 2 tokens.
Yeah, I didn't think the first one landed.
All right, cool. So everyone should have some sight now.
Yes.
So Basil is emanating light as well as the periodic fungus patches.
Ooh.
All right, what do you guys want to do?
Well, am I able to carry on that sneak check to just keep sneaking up, or do I
You
roll a
are.
new one?
No. We'll take the nat 20
Okay.
right there.
Everyone just wants to stay like 20 feet behind me. I'll just move up quietly.
Okie dokie.
Quietly move up.
Leaf, if you could go at the front and I'll take up the rear. Kashmir, you can follow in between.
You got it, Blight Feather.
All right, Basil.
Keep up, Gregory.
as
Yeah,
you
about
get
at this point, he puts
to-
his hands out to stop because he starts seeing the terrain change.
Okay. So as you get to the corner here, and you're able to peek around, this is what you see.
Oh, can see the edge of something. And I pass it on to the party and say, I see the edge of a creature. I can't quite see it from here. So I'm going to move forwards 5 feet.
Be careful.
Ooh. I can
Careful
see
now.
some slimes. You see, yeah, so you guys see Basil draw his sword.
Draw
He
my great sword
turns
and
to-
turn.
Oh,
Draw my
He turns
dagger.
around to Leaf, and he kind of
here
brings...
we go again.
He ushers Leaf to come forwards.
Ooh, I see it.
Mm.
Ooh, I see him.
And oh, I need a token.
Something big around the corner as well.
wait, no, nobody move yet. Nobody move.
Okay, hold on, we'll go back here, just in case.
Dropping some token. Alright, so Basil, from where you are, yeah, you spot several slimes, several of the sticky slimes meandering round in the cave. They don't seem to have noticed you yet. The cave walls seem to block the thick cave's walls are blocking the line of sight of their blind sense. You see
We wanna...
the northernmost one twitch a little in your direction as you stick your head around, as though it may have noticed your life force. What do you guys
Do we
want
want
to do?
to? Do we want them to bring them into this corridor? Do you think they'll be easier to fight single file, or do we want the open area?
Well, if we will be single file as well.
Well, if you would you like me to draw them in? You can use your archery skills from the back if you like. That was very
Yes.
quite useful the other fight.
I think that might be best. But I can serve better in combat if I have a friend next to me, or at least next to
Well-
the enemy I'm fighting.
I'm always willing to go into the battle for the safety of my fellow companions.
Okay, Basil's going to lodge the torch over here, like just in the wall here, if that's possible.
Okay.
DM, and then he's gonna allow.
As you move across that passage,
Oh,
the slime has clear line of sight, notices your life force, and begins to move towards you. Everybody roll for initiative.
Oh no! Oh well, I've stuck it in there. At least I'll get that, and then
God damn it. I forgot to click the
Whoop.
thing.
yeah,
Okay.
make
As
sure
did
you
I.
click your token.
Yeah. Well,
ooh.
we can't all be fleet of foot.
Big 1.1.
I like you have plus 10, like 0.10. Where'd you get that from?
It adds
Not
the
a clue.
it uses your dex bonus as a tiebreaker.
Dexterity. Yeah.
Oh.
It's your
Um,
dex level, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Basil,
That's kind of cool. I like that.
you get to react
Right.
first.
I get to react first. Well, I pull out my bow, and right, I'm gonna pull. I'll pull back my bow, and I can't move back, can I? Because Leaf will be blocking the way. I'm just gonna take a shot. I'm gonna take a shot at this one over here.
All right, roll the hit. All right, that is a hit.
Yeah.
After resistance, you inflict 4 damage. Your arrow pierces it, and with a little blue slime, shoots forward. Yeah, do you want to do anything else?
Move next to me in case we need to retreat.
Yes, Basil, come back into the hallway.
Okay. How far can I move? Do you reckon? About here? Oh.
Yeah.
Or maybe, can we? Is there a way to leave the light source there, Josh?
Wherever
it's
you've dropped the
coming with me as
torch.
I move.
Oh yeah. Give me 1 sec. I mean, I'm just gonna leave it on you because it's basically gonna illuminate the same area anyway. So, I'll just leave it on you for now. If we
Okay.
need
fair.
it changed, I'll change it. Okay.
I fire an arrow and dart back.
Yep. Kashmir, it's your turn.
Are these walls still sheer smooth stone?
Oh, well, they're not smooth, but they are stone.
Could I use mold earth at all on these walls just to like crumble it into more of a this passageway into a smaller opening so it's harder for multiple of the slimes to get through at once?
Ping the spell into the chat for me, please.
Sure. Display in VTT, is that it?
Yeah. The portion of dirt or stone that is within range and fits within a foot cube. So you could spill like
5 foot cube.
Oh, 5 foot cube?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. It's just like actually.
It's literally just like
Ah,
one
okay.
of the squares, right?
So it's only if it's
Yes.
loose earth / stone, you can excavate it and deposit it 5 feet away. So I
Cool.
just want to, I mean, not that it'll make much of a difference, I know, but just
No,
kind of-
that's fine.
force some of the dirt either. How come I cannot ping?
I mean, yeah,
You
the
have the
passage is
cursor,
roughly
it's like
5
a-
feet wide and 10 feet high, so it will make like a decent blockage.
Yeah, just a little bit of a blockage, so only maybe one can fit through,
Okay.
or one can.
Not like here, Kyle.
Yeah, like there, or
Okay.
just
yeah, no
down
worries.
there,
Yeah, you
down
sort of
there.
put up this 5 foot high barrier of stone. All right, Leaf, it's your turn.
Or the battle drum.
Leaf.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
Oh no, we've lost a
Ben?
man.
Sorry.
Um,
I will draw my greatsword, move up 1 space there, to allow Gregory to fit into the corridor and let Basil
Sure.
retreat, and I'll just
Much
ready
obliged.
an attack if anyone comes in within striking distance.
Okay. All right, the slimes now alert to your presence from one of them moving. Begin to
How
ooze
did
their
you do
way
the wall,
into the
Kyle?
cave.
Oops, sorry.
That's all good.
Is that right?
Yeah, how did you do the wall? Was it like this? Or
Oh, yeah, that looks alright.
Oh yeah, like something like that.
so it was like you have like a
Maybe a tiny bit closer to us, but yeah, that's good.
All right. We'll use the dash action, the double move. Oozes over the barricade and up into your grills. Do you want to take your ready to attack Leaf?
Oh, I do. Yeah.
Ooh. That one is a miss. Yeah, you're just like sort of like waving your greatsword around like a baseball bat, readying this attack.
Yeah.
You just swing too
Basil,
wildly,
there's
it
a
just
few-
clangs off the cave wall.
Ah man.
Take a
Chip
few
blade.
hairs off Basil's head.
too
Nah.
eager, Leaf. Too eager.
Another
Don't worry, I'll
slime.
get him next time.
you hear the telltale sound of other slimes massing behind the first one.
Oh, jeez.
Form ranks, fellows.
All right. A second one oozes over the barricade to there. You guys, it sort of like squeezes its way between you two. You can take opportunity attacks if you like.
Yep.
Both of them.
Yeah, both of them. Oh no, you've taken a reaction, Leaf, actually. So just Basil.
I was about to ask.
That
Wait,
is a
taking
hit.
reaction? What was my reaction?
No,
this is-
no. Leaf took a reaction. No, you're fine.
Oh, sorry.
Does that count as a reaction if I ready an attack? That counts
yeah,
as
yeah. It becomes a
Okay,
reaction
yep.
instead of your action. Yeah.
Yeah, I get you.
Basil, you hit.
And I do get my sneak
get
damage.
your sneak
because there's
damage.
someone near, bloody, yeah,
So
bloody,
in
look at this.
total, it takes 3 damage after it's resisted. And that was the same one you hit with the arrow too.
Does sneak attack count as like the sneak attack damage? Does that count as damage done by the weapon, or is that its own?
I count as
precision
damage done by
damage.
the weapon.
Okay,
I mean, it wouldn't
that's fair.
be.
That's fair.
I mean, it's coming off the weapon, so it would be.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Cool. Cool.
Behind these slimes,
Yes.
you hear something big.
Oof.
It's slimy just as well, but this is more of a like. It's
I like
just
that.
make this deeper sloshing sound coming
Oh
from
no, you're
behind
not making
them.
it any better.
And
No.
and you hear some sort of bigger
What
form,
the
and above the barricade up ahead, you just see this mass of slime that seems to be filling the cave almost like a torrent coming towards you guys.
Oh. Yuck.
Gregory, it's your turn.
Bloody hell. Well, I would actually like to. I don't know. It can get past me if I'm on either one of these tiles, can't it?
Yes, they are amorphous, so they can actually squeeze through any size gap.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna trying to like be steadfast in front of Kashmir here.
Okay.
And just strike at this little slimy boy
All right.
with my great hammer or warhammer, sorry. Oh, actually, sorry. Equipment. Where is it? Equip. Huh. That'll be a 2.
What do you mean it'll be a 2?
Oh no, it was just the 2 roll was a 2.
Oh, okay. The 6 is still hits. So big 9 damage hit. So you hit it for 4 damage.
I had him a mouse, not a slime.
Roll me a strength saving throw, and actually you need to as well, Basil.
Yeah, I get advantage on strength saving throws,
Oh yeah?
which is good because I have nothing added to it.
Why do you get that?
Because features in
He
traits.
says so.
Because I want it.
Because I
Because
want
I
it.
want it.
You gotta give it to me.
Take heart. You have advantage on
right.
strength saving throws and saving throws against being frightened, as long as you're within 5 feet of an ally who isn't frightened or incapacitated.
Right,
You can
yeah.
both see and hear.
The racial bonus.
So my heart. I'm so good at being a heart and a loving person that I get to do strength checks, even though I have a +0.
All right. Yeah, you guys both passed your saves, and so Gregory, you slam your warhammer into it, just crushing it against the floor. He's like, "Ah!" This splatter of blue goo up on everybody all around it.
Yes.
I may
Basil,
not
it's
be
your
fast,
turn.
but
Basil's going to attack the one north of him with
Okay.
his short sword. 13 and
That is a hit, and you have passed your strength saving throw again.
oh, I did 3 of them.
No, it's okay. I'll just look at the first 2. And you
Okay.
inflict
Plunges his blade in.
big 5 damage to the one above you. Yeah,
Yeah,
another
boy.
swipe, another pierced slimy membrane, and a slash of blue goo sails through the air, anime style.
Mm.
Kashmir, it is your turn.
Just stop! I'm gonna shout at the goo just in front of me, the one closest to me, and fire a bolt of frost at it.
All right, Constitution save. Oh, it rolled a 19. It has passed. Roll a d20 for me.
Oh, yikes. Oh,
Kind of excited to see what
So
happens.
much.
yeah.
To react
It's
as
either gonna be
Basil.
amazing or fucking terrible.
I didn't ask how big the cavern is. I said I cast fireball. Leaf, it's your turn.
I'm gonna whack the one in front of Basil with my great sword.
Ooh, a big hit. Roll a strength saving throw for me.
Come on.
So you
Do I need to
inflict
pull out my
a-
short sword?
A decent
So it
cleave
begins.
with your greatsword. You cleave through it. A big splash of goo, and then the slice that you put into it closes around your blade and yanks it out of your grip once again.
Ooh, that's ticking me off. I'll be perfectly honest, that's annoying.
You'll be fine, Lee.
Leaf rages it and starts attacking unarmed.
It's just like breathe in, breathe out, just like Gregory taught you. It's all good. So it's fine. You gotta handle this. You still got your axes. It's fine. I draw my axes.
The same slime rolls at you with its pseudopod attacker. Rolls a 7 to hit and misses widely. The slime, still on the other side of the barrier, oozes up over the top of its slimy brother in front. Between you guys, so you two can take opportunity attacks at it.
Yes.
Which one?
Sorry?
Which
This
one?
one here.
The one that just moved.
Oh, the one who jumped over us.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
So you
Yeah.
both may take opportunity attacks. Woo! Alright, what do we got? Basil. That is a hit. Or,
I was to draw my second blade and use that on something else. I don't get my bonus to hit it, but I would get my sneak attack on it, right?
You do, yes. Leaf, with an opportunity attack is just one attack, so your first
Yeah.
one,
Okay.
yeah, your first one
first
missed. Basil, I'm gonna need a dexterity saving throw, please.
Oh no. Dex saving throw or strength?
Oh, strength. Yep. Sorry. Dex for the caustic. Oh, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, just this precision slash as it rolls between you guys. Another streak of
Yeah,
blue
that'd be-
goo.
It'd be
paints the
terrible if I
cave walls.
stab and it just flies off with my blade.
Yeah, with your
Oh,
blade.
yep. Shit.
It forces its way through into the one gap it can see. Engages Gregory in front of it.
Jesus. We get surrounded by goo.
Shoot a pot attack. Ooh, a 4 to hit, Gregory. You just stoically shield yourself with your shield. And then the other one between you guys, this guy here, makes winging attack for 18 to hit at Basil.
Oh,
You,
Christ.
That's...
you take
Yeah,
three,
that's definitely...
3 bludgeoning damage.
Oh.
Slams you against the cave wall. This gives you the big suck.
Yeah, he did a big punch. He did a punch on me. 1, 2, 3. Apply changes.
All right.
I am at 6 out of 9 HP.
You guys see what the source of the big sloshing sound is. It rolls up, squeezes through this barricade set up by Kashmir. This one is it's quite big. It fills almost the entire cavern tunnel. It seems to be stuck to the ceiling and the walls as well, suspending itself there. It extends a big slimy tendril down and makes an attack against Leaf. Ooh, a 7 to hit. So Leaf, you are fine.
Hooray!
You managed to sidestep this enormous, slimy, almost tentacle-looking appendage that whips out towards you. Gregory, it's your turn.
All right. Gregory would like to. I can't use 2-weapon fighting to attack with my shield, can I?
No. Oh, you know what?
No.
I'll allow it, but you will lose the shield bonus to AC until your next turn.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, Gregory would like to just like kind of just do a big overhand swing onto the one in front of him with his warhammer, and then on the up, he's gonna bring his shield up to bash the one to his northeast. I guess this one here.
Okay.
So what do you want me to roll for the
Just
shield?
roll a strength check. Oh no, because you need your proficiency check at it as well, don't you? So just roll a second warhammer, and we'll make the attack will count as your shield, and then roll a, we'll say D4 plus your strength modifier for damage.
All right.
So they are both hits. Which one were you attack? Oh, so that warhammer was on the southern more.
That was
wasn't
the warhammer was on this one, and the shield attack was on the top
Okay,
one.
cool. So you do 3 damage to the bottom one, and 1 damage to the top one. I'm gonna need 2 separate strength saving throws, please. First one's good.
no.
Oh, so you withdraw your hammer.
Oh, no.
You gave the one that you shield bash just this light tap. It rebukes a little bit, and then just sort of your shield sticks to it and just whips it off your arm. What AC does your shield give you?
2.
All right, so you have a AC of 16 for the moment.
If I take it off, shield. Yeah, there we go. It adjusts my AC for me.
Okay, beautiful. So the one you shield bashed, it's sort of like the shield is stuck to it and like pushing down on it and like squeezing it and putting pressure on it. It's like, it doesn't look too good. That one doesn't look very healthy. And the other one you smashed with your hammer and gave it the big squash. It starts to quiver in pain as well, or in the ooze analog of pain, whatever that may be. Basil,
just to
it's your turn.
clarify.
Yes.
Sorry, Gregory is underneath this one.
No. The shield is on top of
The
this
shield, it sucked the shield off his arm, and it's underneath his shield.
Right. Yeah. No. Just because like on the map, like I can't see Gregory. So he's like on the
He's
same
just
level
on
as
the
well.
line.
Okay. Yeah, he's around the corner. He's just, he must be out of your line of sight,
Right.
maybe?
Oh,
No,
you
he's
can't
not-
see
it-
me.
No. He was there. He was literally like underneath one of the slime tokens. That's why I was
okay.
confused.
Oh, that's weird. All right.
Right.
Basil.
Basil is going to draw his second short sword so he can make an attack with it. And he's going to attack first the one in the north with advantage. So 1, 2. Oh, wow.
Oh.
I mean, I'm okay with taking the 223s.
So what do you get an advantage from?
I get an advantage because I've got a blah 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 because my sneak
Ally within
attack
it-
ally within 5 feet
No,
attacking the same
Sneak
target.
means you don't need to have advantage. to get-
Yeah, you don't actually get advantage. Yeah.
You
it
don't
just
get
means
advantage, you
You
just
don't
don't need to have
need advantage to get your sneak attack damage.
I just need another ally.
Threatening it.
Yeah, so for
Threaten him.
sneak
Yeah, so-
attack to work, you either need advantage or an ally within 5 feet of an enemy.
Okay, well I'm attacking the one in the north, so I've got Leaf there.
Okay, so we'll
Yeah,
take
so
the
you still get the sneak, but you
Yeah.
don't get advantage.
Yeah, so we'll take the first one as your attack against the north one, and then if you're attacking
Okay.
the other one, we'll use the second 23.
That's fine. Yeah,
Yeah.
just ignore the crit. It's fine.
Yeah.
So it's my one crit of this probably campaign that we're gonna have. Nah, it's fine. I know I had one before. No, actually, it's perfectly fine. No, all right, go for it. No, go.
Cool.
Go.
So you inflict 12 damage to the large one.
Oof. Oh no, there's one underneath the one underneath it. Sorry, I'm attacking.
Oh, that's the
yeah,
one you're
that part.
attacking. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you didn't attack the large one at all, or?
Well, now that you say 12 damage, rather than 6. No. I intended to attack that one just north of me, not the one hanging from the ceiling.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, your first one does enough to dispatch it, and then
yeah.
if you want, what were you targeting your second attack at?
The second one was on this one.
Okay, cool.
That's my intention. That was just step forward, step to left.
All right. Yeah, with just like this expert dexterity, you lash out with both swords. One sweeping it under Gregory's shield, You can barely see what happens to it under the concealment of his shield, but this burst of blue goo shoots out the other side, and the shield just sort of slops to the ground on top of this pile of blue goo. Meanwhile, you slash the other one in front of Leaf. It also deflates into an inert pile, leaving Leaf's greatsword on the floor.
Now that leaves 2.
Jolly good, Basil. Jolly good.
All right, Kashmir, it's your turn.
I'm gonna shout, "Get away from me!" And I'm gonna slam into this wall and try and cause an earth tremor.
Okay.
What?
Alright. Oh,
Yeah.
is that
Is that a good idea while we're in the earth?
Oh,
Is that 10 feet radius? Yes.
10-foot radius. So
Oh lordy
Cash-
lord.
thank God. Oh, thank God.
So Gregory and the slime both need to roll dexterity saves.
Boop.
Ooh.
I'm sorry, Gregory.
All right, the slime got a 14.
Oh, it saves. All I did was deal 3 damage to Gregory.
Knocked
Gregory.
Yeah, and roll a d20.
Oh no. Okay.
All right, yeah. Kashmir's a little freak out, and he's just like, "Get away!" And just all of a sudden, the earth starts to shake. The epicenter being on him, and there's a small tremor felt by Gregory and the slime. Gregory is slightly knocked off kilter. The slime, just being fixed to the ground by its stickiness, is unfazed by it. Leaf, it's your turn. Oh, yeah.
Were there any stones or debris formed from my?
Oh, totally.
spaz?
Yeah. A bunch of stones like fell from the roof, but nothing major. In fact, like one bonked Gregory on the head, partially where the damage came from.
Sorry. There's difficult terrain then.
Okay, yep. So difficult terrain around Gregory and the slime.
Yep.
All right, Leaf, you're up.
I'm going to hit the big slime with both of my axes. Surely we can do this. Ah!
Oh yeah. All right. That is 2 hits.
Mm.
Ooh. All right, so it's you slash forwards with your 2 hand axes. It takes 9 damage and splits into 2 slimes of half the size.
Oh.
Yeah. Yes. Splooshing. Yeah, it splits into 2.
Cool. Do I need to do a strength check or anything like that?
No, this one's not sticky.
Cool.
All right.
Good to know.
Okay. Where are we at? Sticky slime. All right, the sticky slime engaged with Gregory. Flings itself at him while he's knocked off kilter by Kashmir's tremor. Oh, 19 to hit. You take 5 bludgeoning damage, Gregory.
Bloody hedgehogs.
Yeah, as advantage
Underground.
by the way, because Gregory's prone.
Oh. Alright.
Thanks for that one, guys. Cheers.
That's alright. It didn't get a crit, guys. It's so fun. Alright. 5 damage, Gregory. Slam. Yeah, well, I guess it. I was gonna say it slams you against the cave wall, but since you're already on the ground, it like bounces into the air and slams down on you, knocking the wind out of you.
No longer prone.
Ugh. Kashmir, not while we're inside a cave, please.
I'm sorry.
All right, the 2 slimes at the mouth of the cave. One of them oozes and slams a tentacly appendage at Basil. The other one at Leaf. Alright, so the first one at Basil. A 12 to hit, an AC of 14, so it misses. You duck out of the duck out of the way.
Dodging out of the way of that bloody boy.
Meanwhile, the other one at Leaf, 13 to hit, also a miss. You guys both, now that this thing's in two halves, it looks like it's a little bit more manageable and it's smaller, and you guys managed to sidestep these appendages or fend them off with your weapons. Gregory, it's your turn.
Without his shield in hand, he's just gonna double hand side sweep, just like literally just trying to sweep this slime out of his way. He's just sick of this shit now.
Okay.
Are
You standing up first, or?
Yeah, I'd like to stand up as well. Yeah,
Okay.
sure.
Yep.
And then yeah, just a big two-handed swing at this one, right in front of him.
Okay.
Why won't you die?
Oh yeah. Wow, is it double the damage if it's two-handed?
No, it goes
D10.
from a D8
D8 to D10. Sorry.
Oh.
Yeah.
For some reason, it rolls them both separately in there.
Okay. That's fine.
We would have to roll them separately because they're two different die.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
it's just weird that sometimes you can get a higher damage on your one-handed than your two-handed.
Yeah. Yeah, you stand up and brush this slime off you that is trying to engulf you. Big two-handed slam with your warhammer down. Explodes as you slam it against the cave floor. A shower of blue goo just in a 360-degree arc all around.
Disgustedly shakes off his feathers and retrieves his shield as well from the little square next to him.
Yep. All right, Basil, it's your turn.
Yeah.
2 short sword stabs at the one north of me.
Okay.
First one. Not right. Second one. 20.
First one is a miss. It just sort of drags through its membraney exterior. The second one is a hit. With your sneak attack damage, you slice, more pierce, and then wrench your blade back, and there's a explosion of goo out of the wound that you inflict on the side of it. Kashmir, it's your turn.
I'm sorry, Gregory.
None of that.
I'm trying my best.
Earth tremors anymore, please, Kashmir.
I'm gonna move to there, pat Gregory on the shoulder, make sure he's okay.
Thank you,
And-
young one.
Fire a bolt of frost at the nearest tentacle thing.
All right. Got a big con save, but it rolled very low. It rolled an 8, so roll damage.
6 damage, yes!
6 cold damage. Yeah, you
First
point
time frostbite's ever worked, and he has disadvantage. Oh wait, no, he doesn't.
as
His
you
next weapon attack.
as you point your finger at it, and this coat of frosting appears on the outside of it. You see it changes from a luminous green color to a blue color, but it looks like it changes from a green color to an ice blue color and seems to ignore the damage and remains an ice
Ooh.
blue color
Oh.
Uh-oh, boys.
as a reaction.
Did you see that, Gregory?
I saw it, Kashmir, and I think we should probably avoid the frost and the earth today.
Oh, okay.
Maybe you're good with your quills, aren't you? Can you
I suppose.
spike him or?
It'll take a while
Roll
to
up
grow
into a
back, though.
bubble and dive into it.
Leaf, it's your turn.
I'm going to strike at the one next to Basil and I with both my hand axes. Yeah, yeah.
All right. The second hand axe, they're both hits actually. And that is enough damage to dispatch it. You sort of like cleave through with both of your hand axes. And you see that it seemed to have changed its composition or something like that when it was hit by Kashmir's spell, and it sort of breaks up into, even though it was still an amorphous in form, it breaks up into sort of icy shards and collapses to the floor.
I look back at Kashmir. Kashi, do it again.
All right.
The other one makes its pseudopod attack against you. Leaf. An 8 to hit, so it misses. You duck under its like tentacly appendage once more. Gregory, it's your turn.
Yeah. Finally. He's gonna barrel forwards with complete disregard for his own safety. And just make a big one-handed strike against this this cowering slime because he's so powerful.
Oh, nice. Is it still two-handed? No, you picked up your shield,
No,
didn't
this
you?
was
But,
you picked up his shield,
alright,
just
so
one-handed.
9 damage. Yeah, you walk forwards, slam it against the cave wall. There's a splat of acidic goo on the wall. It looks like the slime is on its last legs, but it is still standing. Basil, it's your turn.
Not being able to be within melee range, he's gonna drop his swords and pull out his short bow and take a shot.
Okay.
Well, that first one's a crit.
Oh,
I don't know
damn.
why it keeps. I've clicked twice every time for some reason, but that is a total of
20 damage.
Technically.
Yeah, it's a big hit. What's left of this
20.
slime, yeah, you put an arrow through it, piercing what's left of its membrane. There's like one final dollop of green goo onto the floor, and all that's left is an arrow, a shattered arrow, sitting in a pool of goo. And yeah,
Lovely work, Basil.
Thank you. I try and retrieve what arrows, like the first arrow from him, second arrow from him. Sorry.
yeah, the one you just fired is shattered. Yeah.
That's right.
All right, and you have dispatched all the slimes.
Hooray!
Alright, I would like to move further into the cavern here.
Okay, so as you round the corner, you see a figure on the opposite side of the cavern, illuminated by the dim light. As
See her.
Basil enters the room and illuminates it with his torch, you see there is a
Yeah, I grabbed my torch.
corvum, a female corvum who seems to be engulfed in a coating of slime against the cave wall, alien style. Her head is free and she kind of looks in your direction. She's like, "A little help over here, please."
I run over with my short swords and see what I can do to free her.
Careful about.
It's
I will.
easy enough. The slime's not caustic or anything, so you're able to, with your short sword, just sort of scrape it away and eventually free her. She drops down from the wall. You see she's a corvum in relatively good shape, in her early 20s. She's wearing a green adventurer's cloak and has like a bandolier of vials around us and a bunch of satchels attached to her belt. She breathes deeply and looks at you guys. "Whoa, I thought I was done for sure. I'm so deep in the caverns here. Rescue might not have ever found me. Like, who are you? Are you slime wranglers?"
Basil will take a couple of steps back, sheath both of his short swords, and just kind of look at her and say, "My name's Basil Crunch. This is Leaf, Kashmir, and Gregory.
Hello!
Like, oh,
Hello.
We were
nice to
sent
meet
here
you.
by your uncle. Was it uncle or father?
Uncle.
Her uncle, yeah.
Your uncle.
Her
We
uncle.
were sent here by your uncle to come find you."
Oh, man, I can't. Oh, Uncle Walder. Oh, thank you very much. I can't thank you enough. They surely would have consumed me any minute now.
As soon as she starts thanking him too much, Basil kind of like looks away and kind of just wanders off slightly.
And Leaf takes, like, immediate steps forward and takes Basil's place just to bask in the praise. Like, yes, it's all in a day's work.
Ben leans over and opens one of her belt satchels and seems to be like inspecting what's inside, and checks all the bandoliers. And she's, "Well, my samples are still intact, so I guess we're up on the day, huh? Let's get out of here. Let's get back to the Reach."
What is
Yes.
that? Slime samples that you have, is it?
Yeah, that's what I came for. I was Yeah, I finally found one, that shifting slime, the one that
The
I
big
saw
one?
I saw it change color when one of you guys hit it with a spell. That's the one I was looking for, and yeah, I managed to. I managed to swipe a couple of samples off it before it caught me and snagged me, and then they pulled me down and coated me with their slimy goo against this rock, and I think they might be a little bit more intelligent than what we give them credit for, to be honest.
I wonder why they kept you attached to the wall.
Oh, just a little snacky snack for later, I guess. They had some other things. There was some birds and some frogs, and they ate them first, like little appetizers, almost like I was the main meal or something.
Ugh, despicable.
Well, luckily you're here.
You aren't injured in any way, are you?
No,
You're
I'm.
okay?
Oh, it's just a few bruises. I'll be fine.
Oh, that's good.
Quick
do
question.
you know?
Is there another way out of this cave? Because the way we've come is collapsed in.
Oh,
Yes,
well,
that's what I was
I've
about to
been
say.
seeing some small rays of light coming in from the passage to the right over there. I think it might be a cave mouth. That's not where I came in. I came from the same way as you guys, but it looks like that's a shortcut to the outside, a cavern entrance that we didn't know about.
What
Excellent.
about down this hallway here? Have you explored over here?
Oh, I can't
As
say I have.
always, this is suggested. Just keeps walking around with the torch out.
As you look around, that way does seem to lead deeper into the darkness as well. But there does indeed seem to be some daylight coming from the northern tunnel.
Well, it depends.
Well,
I guess it's up to you guys. Like, do
I
we
mean, I
carry on and
normally
just-
find the ground kind of cozy, but this cavern is not my favorite place in the world. I say we get out of here while we still can.
Well, come on, let's
We
get
have
out of here.
found
I'm pretty hungry. Let's get out of here.
Yes.
All
Right,
right,
with
yeah.
everyone going that way,
The
he's
ground
not
for
going by
another one of
himself.
those-
All right,
one of
yeah.
those,
You guys,
earthquakes that. Love
Oh,
to
well,
catch
well,
up.
that,
you guys
Come
round the
back to-
corner, and it does indeed lead outside and back out to the swamp. And she's like, "Huh. Well, just give me a quick second. I'm just gonna just flex my cartography skills a little bit here and just make a note of where we are. This will come in handy in the future. Straight into the slime den." She scribbles a few notes into a notebook and puts it back in its holster. It's like, all right, well, let's go. Let's get out of here.
Yes, back to our winnowing reach, is it?
Yep, sure. I mean, unless you've got somewhere else you want to be in the swamp here.
No.
All right,
Let's go.
If it wasn't explicitly said otherwise, I have picked up my greatsword from the previous slimes.
I was wondering.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I did pick it up.
You get an hour away. It's like, oh, me sword.
Everyone, we have to turn back.
All right. Yeah, you guys depart from the cavern entrance and begin making your way northeast towards the direction of the winnowing reach.
while we're walking, I want to pull out a bit of bread or a biscuit or something that I've got in my rations and give it to Gregory. And say, sorry for collapsing part of the tunnel on your head there,
Oh.
Gregory. I didn't mean
Thank-
to.
Think nothing of it, little Kashmir. Thank you for
I'll
this
I'll do
delightful
better.
bread. Oh, no. We all make mistakes, young one. It's just a path of life. But, yes, this...
No hard
did you
feelings.
make
then?
this?
No. This is just some of the shitty bread that we got at the Willowing Reach. My bread is much better.
Of course it would be, my mistake. It's been just a while since I've had your bread. It doesn't taste so bad.
It's not so bad. It's not so great either.
Yours is
Alright.
the best, Cashy. Don't you worry.
Thanks.
Okay, so you guys are wandering on a path through the swamp that is relatively unknown. After about an hour of making your way through the muck and the wetlands, up ahead you spy a small cottage propped up on stilts, sticking out of the swamp on a small island. You see through the window a hearth fire burning, and a rather pleasant smell wafting on the winds from the chimney.
Well, doesn't that look inviting?
Sure
Smells
does.
like better food than that bread that I gave you, Gregory.
Oh, absolutely. How about we go and say hello? What do we say about that?
I ask the I've forgotten the niece's name, but I ask her, it's like, do you know anyone who lives out here? One of your friends, maybe?
Her name's Kenna. She's like, oh no, I can't say I've like been through this part of the swamp. Yeah, let's go. Let's see who lives here. I mean, they might have some. They might have their own research on the slimes they can share or something.
Oh yes, their own research and a warm fire, of course.
Oh, sure, yeah. You guys look like. Oh, you look like hell, actually. How long have you guys been in the cabin? In the cabins?
2 days.
Well, only
A day?
that night, really. But
Yeah, that's longer than. Yeah, most slime wranglers will just come down for a few hours and then leave. That's yeah, you guys camped out in the cave, huh?
We decided to have a sleep halfway through. A few of us were injured.
Oh, okay. Well, understandable. Well, again, thank you for rescuing me. Let's see if
All one day's work, my lady.
see if whoever lives here has some lunch for us. Alright.
Bench towards the cabin.
All right,
I mean,
as you guys step up onto the deck, through the window, you spy a small hedge woman standing over a cauldron fashioned out of a large snail shell.
sick.
As you step up onto the hearth, she hears the footsteps, and she's like, "Oh,
Is that at me door there?
She wanders over and pushes the door open, and she's like,
Oh, hello, dearies. What brings you out here to my cabin?
there's a sort of elderly-looking hedge woman,
Susan.
adorned with leaves and other sort of natural-looking jewelry. And there's a rather large beetle hovering behind her head, and it seems to like crick in a very affectionate way at you guys. You swear you even see it waving with one of its limbs.
Leaf waves back. So, hello.
Oh, hello there. What brings you here to my little cabin in the swamp?
Well,
As
the
was
smell
gonna
of that
do-
fantastic food, for one.
Yes, and a warm hearth as well.
As would like to do an insight check if possible. Just to kind of
Sure.
see what her demeanor is.
Yeah.
Okay.
She just seems like a sweet old woman.
Okay.
Oh, well, come
You
in.
relax
Come
a bit.
in. Well, you look like you've been in the swamp for days. You're not lost, are you?
Oh no, we do know where we are. We're just we've never explored to this area of the swamps before.
Ah, sure. Well, yeah, come on in. Warm yourself by the hearth, and I'll fix you some sandwiches.
Basil
Oh,
grabs
that's
Gregory
delightful.
before he walks in just to kind of catch his ear and just whispers, "You should not be here. You need to get back with the niece." He looks nervous.
Kenna walks in first. She's like, "Oh, sandwiches, great! Can't wait. What's your name?" She's like,
I'm Susan. Susan of the swamp. What's your names?
I'm Kashmir. Are you called Susan of the Swamp because it like is sibilance?
Yeah, I guess so.
Or don't worry.
Well,
Poor- Those sandwiches then.
sure. Yeah, sure.
She starts preparing some sandwiches in the corner. You notice that the cauldron in the shape made out of this large shell seems to be bubbling away with some sort of concoction with like this really fruity aroma and this light pink mist emerging from it. She turns to you guys as she's making the food. She's like,
Well, feel free to you can rest here for as long as you like through the day, and I'll make you some food here, and yeah, we'll sit down and have a little rest.
Leaf's fascinated by the beetle floating around her head. It's just like trying to like goes to like touch it, like with like paw at it. It's like
it just sort of like
yeah,
hovers around and like dodges your hands. Like,
All right, Leaf is more excited now. This is like a game. This is great. It's like trying to catch it now.
it's
Basil's
like,
gonna
yeah.
wander in and just kind of have his hand on his hilt casually, but like you can tell he's a little bit tense, ready for something.
What's the bug creature? What is it? What is it? I want one. Where can I get one?
Has a name.
Oh, this is my little companion. His name is Normal. Normal the beetle.
Normal.
Normal. Yeah. Normal the
It
beetle.
doesn't seem all that normal to me.
Yeah,
Sentient beetle.
Yeah, the lovely little guy. He's my best friend.
Well, Susan, is it?
Yeah.
Why are you living out in these swamps all by yourself?
Oh, I like
Surely
it.
there's safer and nicer climes. I mean, northward or
Oh, I like
eastward.
my own space. Plus, these swamps they're plentiful. They got lots and lots of herbs and reagents, and I'm free to make my potions and cast me little
Yes.
rituals away from prying eyes. Some people have a little problem with me witchcraft.
Witchcraft, you say?
Yeah. It's all
Uh,
wholesome. It's holistic. I swear, none of those hexes or curses or anything. I just Little-
So you're wholly
100%.
organic witchery is out here.
Yeah, well, funny this should come up. I have a little proposal for you guys. I'm getting on in years, and it's getting harder for me to catch these little frogs out in the swamp. Then I need them for me little ritual.
What's the ritual?
Well,
Her demeanor sort of goes from pleasant to oddly dark and ominous.
she says, well, I've had this terrible vision. The forest, it was on fire. Everybody was running, and these fire monsters were pouring forth from the scorched grove. I think I need to find out more. I think it could be a warning. And,
Well, we're on a quest because of the fires. The smoke came from the north.
Oh, you don't say. Well, how about if you'd like to repay me for me little about hospitality here? You could go out to the swamps and get me some frogs and maybe a couple of little herbs while you're there and help me with me ritual.
Wait, but what does the ritual tell you that? I mean, we don't already know.
Oh, hopefully I'm just trying to get a deeper glimpse of the future. See, she's there. Maybe there's a way to stop it from happening. 'Cause it was quite dreadful. Everyone was on fire.
I
Running
don't
around.
like that.
And the screams.
Even me?
Oh, the screams. Yeah, you scream the loudest.
That makes sense. I am very loud.
So, what do you say? It won't take long. The frogs hang out a little pond about now from here.
I sort of just look at the group like, what do you guys? I'm up for anything. Let's do this. Let's not do this.
Kenna's made
Everyone's-
herself at home, like on the lounge in front of the fire, and she's like, I'm sure they'll be happy to. These guys are really, really able-bodied and helpful. They saved me life, you know, Susan.
Ah, you don't say. Yeah, they look big and strong, especially the rabbit, the Loriday.
Yeah.
What you say? Will you help a little old lady with her task?
Leaf is a total glutton for flattery, so he's already like ready to go. Like, yep, like popped out his chest.
What's the niece's name again?
Kenna.
Kenna. Like, Kenna, it might be better if we have 5 people looking for it than just 4. We might need your keen eyes to seek
Oh,
out these
sure.
birds.
Yeah, I'll be happy to help.
He also turns to Kashmir and says, before we go, you should check that potion, see what's actually brewing it, and if you can.
Yes, I did
Was
have an
it
idea
peanut?
about that. I think it's some delicious food, but I will check.
There's only one way to check.
Uh,
It was
well-
Kina,
Drink it,
right?
of course.
You
What
gotta
was her name?
trick it. Right, yeah, give it a try.
What was her name again, sorry?
Susan.
Susan.
Susan of the
No,
Swamp.
no. The Raven.
Kenna.
Oh, Kenna.
Kenna. Yep, sorry.
Susan,
Yes.
Yeah,
No,
yes,
you-
darling.
do you mind if I try some of your delicious fruity brew that you've got going on?
Soup? Is the soup? I love soup.
She gives you cheek a squeeze.
She's like, you remind me of my grandson, actually. You can try as much as you want from the cauldron.
Oh, well, thank you.
What kind of soup is it, Susan?
Well, technically, it's a powerful divinating reagent. It's not complete because I need the frog spleens and a few other things, but give it a whiz, and maybe you'll have some kind of vision.
I'll scoop out a small amount with my bowl and
Right.
sniff it down.
All right. Roll a d20.
Okay.
All right. Your wild magic doesn't go off, but but it seems to be quite inert. Nothing happens. It just tastes kind of.
What?
It doesn't taste anywhere near as good as it smells. And that's about it.
Well, I'm not gonna lie to you, Susan.
Did you have visions?
That was a bit disappointing.
Alright.
No, I'm sure it's great when it's done. But
Yeah, like I said, it needs spleens and the other stuff. And I'll tell you what, there'll be a little reward in it for you too, for if you do this little task for me once the ritual's done.
well, I'm all about rewards, if nothing else.
Yeah, a little reward.
Do you have a map or any general landmarks that we would be looking out for to find these?
Oh, you can't miss
Toads,
it if you just follow the natural landforms sticking out of the swamp and head north. In about an hour, you'll spot a big pond. It's a very big pond. You can't miss it. Trust me. It's got lily pads. The water is kind of blue too. It's bloody gorgeous. There'll be frogs everywhere.
I would just like to see if I can recall what the other ponds that I've seen on the way to here look like.
You
look
do recall
exactly
that on
like
the outskirts of the swamps, before you got into the deep wetlands, that the water was actually quite nice. It was like bulrushes and lily pads and blue waters.
These lily pads and this the lake. It's distinctive. I will know it when I see it. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, for sure.
Gregory is very skeptical. Well, if it only will take a little while, I don't see any harm in helping an old lady with her divinations.
Come on, Gregory. What's more heroic than helping the unfortunate complete their tasks?
Yes, good point, Leaf. Let us go and find these frog's beans and we
All
can
right.
rest
Maybe I can
tonight
save
in
some
this
for my
lovely
own
cabin.
cooking.
Okay, well,
I'm
I'll
not
need
entirely sure.
at least 3 frog spleens and just some various swamp herbs. I'll make a little list for you. Just hold on there.
Yes.
Do you have like a
These
small net
frogs.
or a jar or something we can catch the frogs in?
Yes.
Unless you're okay with me catching it with me greatsword.
Yeah. Oh no, that'll be fine. I mean, if you can just give him a little whack with one of your pointy sticks. Even if you rupture the spleen, it's fine. I just need it. I mean, ruptured or not, just the spleen. I mean, but bring me the whole frog. I don't want you making a mess of it trying to get the spleen out. If you even know where the spleen is inside a frog, so you can just bring me a.
Of course, it's right inside the mouth.
Yeah, sure. Bring me the frog intact, please. Dead or alive.
And then they are just normal-sized frogs. There's nothing unusual about them.
Nothing unusual about them at all.
All right. Daylight's wasting, as they say.
Yeah, Basil's gonna step outside as soon as basically
Okay.
he can.
Well,
He
do you
really
guys
does not feel
want to
comfortable
count just the duration of this conversation and the visit from when you entered to when it ends as a short rest?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Gregory
here.
can.
Kind of do.
Yeah. Sweet. Yeah. Take
Are
so.
we-
Because I imagine there was sandwiches that were being eaten in
Yeah. Sandwich was eaten and stuff. So yeah, you guys can take short rest.
Can I give her a hug?
Yeah. She
Joni,
I would.
She's like,
I wouldn't.
you little darling, come here. Like, oh,
gives you cheeks another
Kaz-
squeeze. She's like,
Kazri's,
We both know how to avoid each other's quills.
Yeah.
So cute.
It would be
Gregory's
hard
heart is
to
warmed.
hedges cuddling.
Yeah.
Soft underbelly.
They just don't spoon. It's all good.
He's like, alright, you guys be careful out there. Watch out for skeletons and slimes and all the other swamp nasties.
Did you have any of those sandwiches that you mentioned earlier?
Oh, you want one for the road? Here you go.
Oh,
There you go.
very kind.
Fill your belly.
What kind of sandwiches are that?
It is a jam. It's a one of
Oh,
her
beautiful.
homemade jams. It's delicious.
Gregory's. Yeah, he takes a bite and he's just like, oh. Takes him back to his childhood of his mum making him Sam sandwiches.
Sam Jamages.
Yeah.
Sammy Jams.
Alright, well, you be careful out there now, and I'll have me cauldron ready to go when you get back with the spleen.
I love this so much.
As we head out, Basil's gonna make sure he's got his short bow out and a arrow knocked just while we pass through this swamp.
Okay. As you walk out the door leaf, the beetle just sort of like hovers in your front of your face. It's like, and then, like does it like a pirouette and then circles your head a few times and flies back into the cottage.
Swats at it, tries to get it out of its way.
All right.
Basil is way too on edge to be dealing with beetle.
Okay, you guys depart Susan's hut and move north. You just follow the path of the swamp formation that's sticking out of the water, and it's easy enough to find. After about 50 minutes of walking, you find yourself at the shore of a large pond. All right, so just
Oh, yes, it is quite distinctive, isn't it?
you could drop yourselves just like anywhere in the southwestern corner.
If it'll load.
Are these stumps or are these trees?
They are just large trees. They're just cross-sectioned for...
Yep, no,
Just-
that's. I
just
just wanted to
the
make
sake
sure they
of being
weren't
able to
stumped
see.
or the...
Yeah, cool. So as you guys walk towards this pond and you see it is quite nice. You've kind of gone out of the wetlands area to what must be the outskirts, where again the swamp muck gives way to just pleasant wetlands with bulrushes and lily pads and reeds, blue waters. The air is filled with the ambiance of croaking frogs.
Give me a sec. Let me load up our ambience.
And yeah, just before you on the shores of this pond, you can see several frogs. I've even put little tokens there.
Yeah, cuties.
Meandering about their business, doing frog stuff, hopping about, eating frogs, croaking, reproducing.
Leaf goes, cool, there's the frogs, and just starts like walking
Wait,
down.
wait,
the
wait,
path.
wait.
Leave.
Basil wants to do a perception check if possible.
Yeah.
As soon as he gets up here. He sees bulls.
Okay. Yeah, you don't spot anything out of the ordinary. You see several
Still
frogs.
got his-
There's like, you spot one out in the rock out here, another one sitting on this rock here, another one over there, and a bunch more just scattered around the edge of the pond.
Well, Basil's going to keep his short bow out and knocked and just observing at this point, ready if anything is about to pop out. He
Let me,
does not like the idea of being here.
Okay.
Let me freeze one of them. Be easier to catch them that way.
Well, yes, that's a
Good thinking.
brilliant idea, Kashmir.
I'm gonna
Get
try
the
and,
closest one first.
freeze the one on the little rock in the pond.
All right. It rolled a 16 for its
Oh my God.
save. So it starts to like, you target it with the frost spell, and its flesh starts to like freeze up and go frosty, and it gets like uncomfortable from it and just dives into the water. Bloop. Which one was that?
The one on the rock
On the rock? Alright.
in the ocean. I don't know why I can't ping.
Have you got it on the select move thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I saw your ping appear.
No, he's-
Yeah, it leaps off the rock and goes bloop into the water.
Basil,
Maybe that doesn't work.
maybe if you try and take one out with
I can try
that
shoot at
short
one.
bow. Yes.
I'll give it a go.
Why don't you just like destroy the damn thing?
Nah. Failed.
Which one was that?
Same one you tried to shoot the ice arrow at.
Oh no,
guess.
it dove into the pond and swam off. Like it went below the
Ah,
surface.
the one.
Yeah.
The one that's on the shoreline then.
Okay. Yeah, the arrow like thuds into the ground next to it, spooks it, and it dives into the water and disappears too.
Alright, well. It's 2 options down. Maybe Leaf, your initial assessment was actually quite alright. Maybe just go catch them.
Okie dokie. And it's gonna go bounding off and just sort of like, I guess, like, yeah, actually, like, he just like, did it. Yeah, and then just like leaps for it. Just
Roll a.
Basil's gonna stay up on the hill.
Okay. Roll a stealth check, Leaf.
stealth.
6-foot fucking rabbit rolling around. Yeah.
Yeah, you just like all those. You're like even doing your own theme music as you sneak up on it.
Yeah, exactly.
It sees you coming a mile away. It just bounds into the swamp and disappears below the surface.
Dang it.
As you watch it, you're like, damn it. You like do a little snap that you miss, and then you just hear this. Robert. Oh, yeah, I can do deeper. Robert. This enormous bubble.
Oh no!
bursts at the surface right here, and this giant toad emerges
Oh.
from the swamp and leaps at you. Everybody, roll for initiative.
Oh god.
Okie dokie.
I asked that damned lady if there was anything unusual about
God
this.
damn.
If I had
Oops,
arrow
forgot
prep,
that.
I could take a shot off as a surprise round.
Don't forget to select your
Or-
tokens.
Yep. But I did select my token. Oh, there we go.
Hey,
Oh,
nat 20.
nat 20.
Oh,
Nice.
All right, let me get some spooky war music.
frog music.
I need spooky frog ambience. .mp3.
Okay, hold on. Let me see if there's spooky frog. Spooky frog. Oh. No,
Hashtag spooky frog viewers. Pump it. We gotta
Let me see them spooky frogs in the chat.
let's get it trending.
Here we go.
All 3 of our viewers.
I think that's just the 2 of us.
Yes, perfect.
Spooky frog.
It's frog. Alright, Basil, you're up first.
All right, Basil's gonna fire a shot off at this spooky
Alright.
frog,
Roll to hit.
ignoring sneak damage unless it knows where I am.
Yeah, you. No, you're not in a concealed position, so there won't be sneak
Okay.
damage. That is a big hit though for 9 damage.
All right, he's gonna do that, and he's gonna shout to Leaf, "Leaf, come up where the hill divides between the cliffs."
Your arrow like sails through the air, makes that arrow noise as it hits a target, like
Hold up, I've
hits
got
the
one of
frog
them.
in the side, and is Robert. This froggy blood sort of oozes from the wound. It pisses it off even more. Leaf, you're up.
I draw my great sword and just charge it and swing it at it.
Alright, roll a hit.
Let's do this!
Have you got
Glory!
battle music playing, Adam?
That spooky music is the battle music. I can get some better,
Gotcha.
get some actual.
Spooky frog music.
So I clicked on
yep.
something on another
That
tab,
is-
and I thought it was. Sorry, I thought that I had Mongolian throw singing in the back, and it sounded like the frog singing. I'm like, oh yeah, that's sick. That's like perfect. Like, not what Adam. There's a boing,
Alright,
There's anyway.
a big
Speaking of,
damage hit. Yeah, you leap at the frog and cleave your sword through its flesh, spewing blood out, and you've wounded it quite a bit. This frog is already looking like it's in poor shape and regretting its decision to attack. Gregory, it's your turn.
Yes, Leaf. Onwards. Is this a little like ledge?
Yeah, it's about a 5-foot drop.
All right, Gregory's just gonna leap off it and do his wing flap to glide down, and
Oh, yep,
as
nice.
he's landing,
Yep.
he's just gonna bring his warhammer down.
Sweet, a gliding
anything-
warhammer attack.
Yeah, and finish with his shield just firmly in front of him. Where's my weapons?
Unfortunately a miss. You just land a little bit off kilter from your glide and your swing goes wide. Kashmir, it's your turn.
I'll go for the eyes.
Frostbolt at its eyes. Frostbite.
Okay. Constitution save.
Yep, 13.
Rolled a 5, so go for damage.
Yes.
Alright, 3 damage. Yeah, this patch of ice sort of emanates from the frog's wounds already there, and sort of frost sort of spreads around its hide a little.
It has disadvantage on its next weapon attack roll.
Does it have weapons?
Yeah, I don't know.
Awesome. New follower, hey Sickety Wicked, how's it going?
Hello, friend.
Ooh.
Like, it still counts as a weapon attack.
Why is that? For what purpose?
It has disadvantage on its next weapon attack roll.
Oh yeah, sure, yep. Yeah,
Does
there's
it-
a
does
its
its
bite.
tongue
Its bite
count
is a
as a
weapon
weapon?
attack.
It's bad.
Yeah, which it makes at Leaf right now. It leaps forward with enormous power with its hind legs. Disadvantage, you say?
Yep.
Ooh, a 19 and a 14 against Leaf's AC of 14, so it hits. Leaf, you take 7 damage plus 7 poison damage.
Oh,
Oh.
shit.
Well,
for a
I'm
total of 14.
unconscious.
You are unconscious and grappled in its mouth.
Oh.
Leaf.
Haha! Oh dear.
Its mouth opens wide, this tongue extends, lashes out, wraps around you. You instantly feel like the contact poison seep into your skin. You begin to convulse and foam at the mouth. It brings you into its enormous maw. Top it around, Basil, it's your turn.
Basil's going to fire a shot off, and he'll get a sneak bonus with this because of the 2 friends that are. Don't worry, it didn't hit. No, did not hit.
No, it did not hit, unfortunately.
That's right.
Leaf.
He's going to stay where he is, though.
Okay. Leaf, roll a
Saving.
death saving throw.
Is it that one?
It is. That is a pass. So you. That is 1 pass.
Hooray!
So you got to roll 3 to successfully.
Like in a row
stabilize.
or just?
No. So you just keep rolling saving throws, and it keeps tallying the fails and the passes, and whichever hits 3 first is what happens. You either die or stabilize.
Cool. Good to know.
And if you take further damage, it forces an automatic tick
Fail.
in the death one. Yeah.
Cool.
Sweet. Gregory, it's your turn.
Seeing Leaf get grappled by this this frog, can I try and grapple him out of the maw of the frog?
Yeah, you could. Yeah, roll a athletics check, which would be opposed by the toad's athletics check. Oh,
Ugh.
so good. Oh, it only rolled a 7 too. You like
Oh, no.
feebly grab hold of Leaf as he just sort of slides into its mouth. Do you have
No,
any bonus actions or anything you want to take, or
Leaf, no. I would
is your
like to,
is your lay on hands a bonus action by any chance?
lay on hands is an
action.
action.
Okay.
Inspiring is an action as well, which is really fucking annoying.
Yeah. All right then.
All of my things are actions. Yeah.
Okay. All right, Kashmir, it's your turn.
No leaf. I'm gonna leap off this thing.
Yeah.
And pull my dagger out of my loose baggy clothes
All right.
and just try and stab this thing behind its front leg, like in
Okay.
the look of its front leg.
All right, roll the hit.
Where is my dagger? Oh, natty 20, boys!
Oh, big! All right, 7 damage.
Yes.
And I want you to take an automatic roll on your wild magic table.
Oh shit, really? Oh shit. D100?
D100, baby.
Let's see. I'll do it through the thing. Features, wild magic surge, D100.
Oh, can that even roll into here? That's sick. All right, so you got an 8.
Why did that roll 2? I only clicked once.
Sometimes it double clicks, and it's what
Yeah,
keeps
okay.
happening with me.
An 8. That says you cast Fireball as a 3rd level spell centered on yourself. Oh no!
I am so glad I'm on this hill. I am so fucking glad. Jesus.
Total body kill.
Not total. Basil's fine.
Basil's fine.
Fine. Oh my god. Whoa.
This is bad.
Oh shit!
Oh, this
Great
is very
campaign,
bad.
everyone.
Kashmir, are you gonna be rolling the damage?
I guess.
All right.
Oh my god. Jesus. Oh fuck. 20.
Oh,
All right, guys. It's not the worst. Roll a reflex saving throw. It's reflex for half damage. Yeah, fireball.
Dexterity
Yep.
saving throw.
Yeah. So yeah, dexterity saving
What's the
throw.
range
Gregory.
on that spell? Just to make sure Basil's
20 feet from
Yeah.
me.
Yeah. So you're
So
out
you're
of range,
just
Basil.
oh my
Gregory.
god. I've rolled so shit. Oh yikes.
Sweet Jesus. All right. Fuck. God damn. All right. The frog. And what's the DC? It's 13, isn't it?
It's
So
13, yeah.
The frog passes, takes 10 damage.
Oh my god.
Gregory, you drop unconscious. The flame washes over you. Same with you, Kashmir.
I'm at negative 12, by the way.
Yeah, well, you don't go. Yeah, well, there's no negative, so, but yeah, you go to 0.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. 8 damage.
All right.
Well, shit. Okay.
Help. God
Maybe?
damn.
The toad makes an attempt to swallow Leaf.
Oh, okay, good.
But it rolled it a 9. So
I
yeah,
hope it chokes on me.
it doesn't. It tries to chomp, but your armor's just a little too tough for it, and it can't swallow. Basil, it's your turn.
Jesus Christ. Alright. So if I go down there, I don't think I'm going to be able to save anyone in this rate. My medicine is only +1. so it's not gonna be
The
that
frog
good.
looks like it's on its last legs. It's covered in fucking
Alright,
burns,
I'll take a shot with
blisters.
this.
It's looks very unstable. A big
How's
hit
that?
and enough damage to terminate the frog. It had 2
Alright,
HP left.
As soon as he sees the frog go down, he runs in, grabs Kashmir, and just starts like doing what he can, like to heal, to try and just to give him help or advantage or whatever.
Alright.
for his
Yeah, well, you guys have health potions, don't you?
Yeah,
No,
we have health potions
You didn't
left
use,
over.
you didn't
I've
use
got
the
one.
3 health potions yet, so.
No, okay. Well, I still need to go through their bodies and find the health potions. Who's got an investigation roll?
Oh wait, no, I don't have one actually.
I think it's
Who's got the 3?
Everyone but me got one.
Okay, so you
Yeah.
got one.
Yeah. So
Basil,
I go to. Do I have one?
Yeah, you
you
got
have
I
Will
one.
we
used
get
mine.
Yeah,
I used one.
you did?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, okay.
I thought we gave
Yeah.
it to Gregory because I don't have one in my.
Oh, did we give them all to Gregory? Did we?
I think we did.
It's
Alright,
not in
well, I'm
my
gonna run over
inventory.
to Gregory and see if he's got one and do investigation.
Oh well,
see if
either way,
there's a
no.
diff-
Well, you'll know where they are, regardless of where we did
Okay.
actually put them. So you.
Well, I'll
yeah, you
grab
don't
them.
need to-
How many health potions did we have total?
2.
gonna get-
Well, you've got 2
We have
left.
3.
Okay, I'm gonna get Gregory up, and I'm gonna get Leaf. No, I'm gonna get Kashmir back up.
Alright, I'll remark
as
that.
soon as-
Remember, Leaf has been in its mouth for some time and is getting the big suck. We're good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why I want. Oh, that's why I want to get Gregory up because he's probably
Yeah.
got the best medicine check. So I want to get him up so he can then go over and sort out Leaf, and
Alright,
I'm
sweet.
gonna get Kashmir.
All right, so roll Gregory. Roll 2d4 plus 2, and who'd you give the other one to?
Kashmir.
All right, Kashmir.
Am I rolling? Am I?
Yeah, 2d4 plus 2. And Gregory, I'll remark that Leaf would have taken an automatic death saving throw mark. Oh, he passed one though, so he's okay for now. Yeah, but he needs to be seen to immediately.
All right, I would like to come over to Leaf and just lay on hands as an action.
All right, Leaf, you gain 5 HP.
Oh, Leaf, put your head back, son. It's okay.
Basil sits down on the ground. And
Oh my god.
collects himself a little bit. And
Oh my
says out
god.
loud,
I'm
Ne-
so
ne-
sorry. I kind of stabbed it and it just exploded.
I
don't know what happened.
Is your how? I didn't know your dagger was magical.
Neither did I.
Uh,
Oh, that was insane.
yes, well.
Fuck.
Is there any spleen left over?
You see, so you see this enormous toad. It's burnt crispy on the outside. It actually smells kind of good. But it does look like its innards are still harvestable.
Basil looks for the dagger on the ground.
I
I,
imagine it would have flown away from me as the fireball was cast.
Yeah, or it flung behind you somewhere and it's up on the embankment.
Can we see
Leaf
it?
is going to take a bite out of the singed bit. It's like, how do you like getting eaten, cunt? What? Sorry.
Well, if he was alive, he wouldn't like it. But
Yeah.
all right, yeah, you find the
Basil's
dagger
gonna-
up on the embankment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before he does that, Basil's going to pass Kashmir his spare dagger and say, "You are not using that weapon again. Whatever that thing did." And then he's going to walk over to the edge of that cliff and hit the dagger into the water.
All right, yeah, you watch this dagger sail through the air and just you cringe a little as you like wince a little as it hits the surface of the water, expecting maybe another explosion, but it just goes bloop and sinks in to be found by some adventurer in the future.
Would this one spleen be enough spleen for
It is.
for
So
Susan?
Yeah, you carve this frog open, and the spleen's easy to find because this specimen is so large.
What does a spleen do?
I've forgotten. It cleans the blood, something like that.
No, it's
Your
kidneys, isn't it?
spleen is just your general insides.
It acts
No,
primarily
it
as
is
a
an
blood
actual
filter.
thing. It is as a filter or something like that. Because
Yeah, it acts.
Spleen is an organ found in virtually all vertebrates, similar to
Blood
the structure of a large lymph node. It acts primarily as a blood filter.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yes.
So you can survive without it, but there is side effects. There you go. But anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, you remove this enormous spleen. It's quite heavy. You have to hold it with 2 hands, and it's gross. But you're like, oh, surely this is enough spleen for the ritual.
Yes.
Did anyone think to bring a bag?
Yeah, I'm sure someone's got like a
Yeah.
bag on them in their kit, some sort of sack or something.
I have a pot. You can have the pot. You can keep the
Yes.
pot.
Better than holding this bloody spleen.
Leaf
Next.
carves out a section of the frog's skin and makes like a makeshift like knapsack to put cover that on. It's like, yeah, that'll do.
Alright,
I wish you thought of that before I gave you my pot.
Alright, yep, there you go. You got like a really fleshy, crispy knapsack wrapped around this spleen, tied to a stick.
And it also keeps it fresh.
You sling it
That
over
was
your
preferred
shoulder, and
pot.
like just a little bit of gore leaks out of it and oozes down your back, but you don't feel it on the outside of your armor. It's just like,
Oh, I don't like it. Don't like it at all.
no, don't worry. So you've got the spleen that she needs now. She just needs you guys to scrounge for some herbs as well.
Yes.
Well,
Alright, Kashi, you're the one that probably knows the most about plants and such.
Well, only the ones that I've got planted in my garden.
What
Okay.
do you know what they look like?
Leaf, I will give you advantage on a nature check to look for them because of your green thumb racial trait.
Yes. Okay. Cool. Over here, and then nature.
So
12.
you got advantage. You can roll twice. Take the higher one.
Oh, twice.
Yeah.
Cool. Ah. Yeah,
Alright,
19.
cool.
Better.
Yeah, you made it with about 20 minutes work and some quick darting here and there through the bushes. You eventually find more than enough swamp herbs for Susan and her concoction, and you guys are free to return to the cottage.
Let's do it.
Back to the cottage.
All right. I forgot about Kenna through that whole thing. We'll say she was just kind of like, once the giant toad emerged, she just freaked out and went and hid behind a tree. And
During the travel back, Basil's gonna try and catch Kashmir's ear. He's gonna wander up to him. Kashmir, obviously, like maybe nursing some wounds he has, or like looking at some of his charred clothing.
Alright.
Basil will just come up next to him with his bow and just kind of looking around, a little bit of earshot out of everyone else. He's gonna say to Kashmir, "Are you sure it was the blade that did that?"
I don't know.
Because everyone else seems to be convinced. But
I kind of just stabbed it, and then I felt a sudden powerful surge come through me, and everything just turned into fire. Nothing like that's ever happened to me before.
I do an Arcana check. I know I've got a -1, but to even just think if I've heard of anything like this with someone who has
yeah, you
magical
can try.
powers. 12.
no, you're not sure at all.
Would I know like if it would have originated from him or it was a freak thing or just absolutely nothing?
In the heat of the moment, it was hard to tell. You were behind him up on the embankment. You just saw this enormous flame erupt from, from Kashmir's area.
It must have been maybe like a pocket on the flesh of the frog that had been just filled with some kind of gas from the
Methane
swamp.
gas.
Maybe.
A spark
It
ignited off his
did
dagger.
feel like it came from my something. I just felt a powerful surge of energy.
Do you think
when
it
I
came
stabbed
from
it.
or through you?
I'm not sure. Maybe it came from it, and it went through me, and then I exploded. I'm not sure.
Basil's eyes kind of widen at that. Like, if it came from you, be careful with your powers.
Well, I'll try and see if I can feel anything like that in the future, and if so, I'll try and control it, I suppose.
I think with these, because these are recent powers you got, right?
Yes.
Maybe it's something you need to study when we get back. Find a few books of find out where the source of this magic of yours is to come from. Through knowledge, you might be able to control it a bit.
It's probably a good idea. I was always more for cookbooks than magic books, but I'll give it a shot.
He's gonna rest a hand on his shoulder, with the best place he can with all the spurs. He kind of like put his hand on and just kind of squeeze it a little bit, and just give him kind of like a smile with a little bit of nervousness behind it.
Thanks,
Alright.
Basil. Sorry
Basil,
I keep fucking up.
It's not you fucking up. We've all got our fair shares of things that have gone wrong. It's just that was just such an incredible piece of magic. I've never seen it before. I just hope that it's not something that's too common.
Yes. Well, let's hope. That was
It was
rough.
amazing. It was a beautiful amount of power, but just unwielded, almost wild in a sense.
Well, if anything else like that happens, Basil, I'll let you know.
I'm sure I'll see it. And he
Yes,
kind
well.
of gives him like a smile and a nod. Try and reassure him, but it's not doing the job.
As you
Wander back out
the
front.
cottage comes back into view, and you guys step through the door. Susan looks up from her cauldron and sees you guys wandering in, clothes blackened with soot, your skin charred and your fur burnt. She's like,
Oh, by the gods, what happened here? Oh my god. What?
Me
Turns
think
out-
yes.
Turns
We
out it
woke
was
up-
more dangerous than we thought.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
One frog spleen, and I just dropped the whole big bloody mess in front of her. Just,
Oh,
in like a
jeez.
big shitty degree, like I done really well. Like that's what you want, right?
Where did you find this? How big was this bloody frog?
3 times the size of me.
Unbelievable. This is enough. This is enough spleen for me ritual, and then enough spleen to last me for months. I'll have to. Oh Jesus!
She like slops it on her little preparation table and like cuts a few slivers off and tosses it in the cauldron. The rest of it she like cuts up and separates it and puts it in a bunch of different jars and seals it. She's like, oh well, oh Jesus, that's well, thank you. I guess you went above and beyond on this one, and oh, you got the herbs too. Oh, look at that, and so many herbs. I can't believe you even found them. I expected you to come back empty-handed with the herbs, or maybe like with something useless, like a little the tumor moss or whatnot. Nothing, something that will just poison everyone in the room from the fumes. But this is brilliant.
Yeah, you're more than welcome. All in a day's work for the heroes such as us.
Well, yeah, on top of your little reward, I'll be able to make you a few potions too to send you on your merry way. All right, well, all right, well, let's go sit down, have a rest here. I've got a few potions from me last batch. I'll take those. Oh, Gregory, Leaf, you two look terrible. You should drink one of these each. Go, drink up.
I am very tired.
What is it? What is
It's one of me personal healing potions. It's very similar to the ones you find in the stores, but I make it with my own little flavour with the little swamp berries. Inside.
It's either going to taste very nice or very awful, and he just picks up and just chugs it in one go.
all right.
Skeptically looking at Leaf.
Is that
Gregory will
one
do the
each?
same.
Yeah, it's 1 each. So Leaf, you gain 5 HP.
Cool.
Oh, sorry. No. She only gave like 2 potions to the wounded guys. Yeah. She didn't.
Ah.
She didn't give extra ones to you guys. Yeah.
Sorry.
No, not
That's
yet.
all right.
Not yet. Gregory, you gain 4 HP.
Then, does it taste good?
It does. It tastes delicious. It tastes the
Yeah.
way the cauldron smelt earlier that day.
Ah, beautiful. All it needed was a bit of spleen.
Bit of
No.
frog.
No. Yeah. All right.
She's like, all right, well, all right, everybody stand back. I'm gonna start a ritual now. I'm gonna just add a little bit more spleen here and grab some of these herbs.
She gets like a little pestle and mortar and puts some of the herbs that you gathered into the pestle and mortar and grinds it up into a paste, and then like gets it out, smears some of it on her lips and plops the rest of it into the cauldron. All of a sudden the cauldron begins to glow, the liquid inside, with this eerie pink that illuminates the cottage. A pink mist begins to rise from it as well. It's like,
All right, I think we're ready to begin here. You should probably all stand back. The last demon I summoned wouldn't stop talking, and he was a bit of a chatterbox.
Wait,
Wait,
what?
what?
I'm
demon?
sorry, what, the
Here we
demon
go!
instantly?
Oh,
Basil just pulls out his
she-
short sword.
She makes an
Yeah,
arcane
good.
gesture in front of. Don't forget to add your hit points, Leaf.
I did not apply. That's weird.
Something you may. There we go. Yep.
Yep.
She makes a few arcane gestures, and a misty glow, sort of rolls in front of her eyes, and she starts to chant some arcane words.
Alipana!
Basil turns to Gregory. Basil turns to Gregory and just goes, should we end it now? Should we take her out? Like he's genuinely like terrified of this going
She
on.
hears it. She's like,
No, it'll be fine. He can answer our questions.
Yeah, but
Yeah, Gregory's really not
demon.
enjoying this either.
Beelzebub!
all of a sudden there's a flash and a small explosion of force that sort of washes
Oh, another
through
one.
the cabin. The candles flicker for a minute. You guys feel this force sort of you knocks you off kilter a couple of inches, and the glowing pink from the cauldron ceases, and there's just a little bit of pink mist left rising.
She's like, where is that little bugger?
All of a sudden, you see this little pink face emerge with these little pink fingers that wrap around the edges of the cauldron and pulls this little face up from below into sight. Actually, I think I could set my little avatar.
Oh
picture.
my god! What the fuck?
That is
he
all
looks
kinds
like
of
that.
horrifying.
Oh
Oh my god, Susan, can I have one?
no!
Yeah, he's actually kind of
what the
cute. He's got like these
bloody
little.
idea is that?
He's got these little horns and these little claws, and he kind of looks at you with these beady little eyes. He sort of like darts from each of you, looks around the cottage. He's like,
Basil's got his sword outstretched towards him, like terrified.
and he like pulls himself up over the edge and then plops onto the cottage floor and just like kind of looks around at you all, his head darting like a bird.
He's like, ming, 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 ming. And she's like, hello, little fella. Now, can you tell me about... I had a vision of the forest burning. I need answers. We need answers to protect the forest. Oh, abyssal entity from beyond.
It just sort of like completely ignoring her. It's looking around. It's like, ming, 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 ming. It sort of like tugs at the door handle for a second. It's like, ming, ming. You can't like kind of work out how it works. Glances at Basil and he's like, and like lunges at you. Everybody roll
Basil's
for
just
initiative.
taking a hit.
Roll for initiative.
What? Rolling for initiative. Fuck.
Yeah.
Christ. 15.
Oh my
I
god!
think I've got a good song for this.
Oh, Natty!
Nice.
I want you initiate. I have to roll. Click the.
Why
It has some things
die?
you can click and other things you have to click the other
There's a little
dice symbol.
yeah. There's you got to work out where the places are to click.
Because sometimes you can just click on something and it will roll it automatically, and other times you have to click on it and then click on the Beyond D20 button.
If it comes up with a dice when you hover over it, it's gonna automatically roll when you click it.
All right.
Good to know. Good to know. Good to know.
Ah.
That makes much more sense.
Oh, so, okay. That is very interesting.
All right, so just before, what gives it away? He's like, growls ferociously, and then all of a sudden he emits a sound. It's kind of like when you squeeze the nozzle of a balloon, and it goes, and you see this gas seeping forward from his behind that, like, fluffs out and just fills the entire cottage with this foul-smelling gas.
Gross.
All right. Gregory Lightfeather, it is your turn. You are first on the initiative. Start your turn with a Constitution saving throw.
What in the bloody fuck?
All right. Yeah. The smell, the gas, like wafts over your nostrils, but you're standing like furthest away from its like the epicenter of this chemical weapon. So you're unaffected. What would you like to do?
Oh shit! All right. No, he's seeing the.
Wait, hit turkey calls.
Background.
Background.
I don't know what that was.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to find a good demon.
Oh, I was gonna say
Demon
that
bones.
laughing coming through fucking Sirenscape. He's just gonna bull rush. And while he's doing, he's like, Susan, what is this? What have you done?
Like, oh, I'm sorry, it's gone wrong again. He was supposed to have the answers we wanted.
What made you think that summoning a demon would give us answers? He's just a little shit demon. Fuck. He's just gonna swipe at this demon that's just done it's literally shot at itself, right?
All right. So the cottage, the gas is also very thick and very green, and it's causing heavily obscured in the area. So you're effectively blinded, and you have disadvantage on your attack.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Can I try and, like, barrel it through the door?
Yeah, I guess if you're like with a combat maneuver rather than an attack.
Yeah, like-
yeah,
yeah,
roll
like,
roll an athletics check. It'll be opposed by its athletics check. And make it with disadvantage as well.
Uh,
All right, he laughs. Yeah, it's your athletics check was high enough, so you managed to sort of like grapple it, and push it towards the door. Give me a strength check to try and break that door down. You managed to grapple it, but yeah, you just sort of like hit the door and crash against it, and it doesn't open.
I just want to try and keep it restrained for the remainder of
Well,
the...
you've got the grapple condition on him at least.
Yeah.
But he's not restrained yet. Basil, you're up.
I'm gonna take a stab at this thing. While I presume I've got advantage if this thing's grappled.
We'll say. I don't think grappled grants advantage. Yeah.
Well, it depends if you consider if he's
Yeah,
helping.
well, he's not restrained. He's grappled. So, like, restrained grants advantage, but grappled doesn't.
Okay.
So,
Well,
yeah. So you actually have
I'll go
disadvantage
for
because of the obscured vision from the fart cloud.
Oh, okay. Shit. Like, all right, well, he'll go for a stab. Oh, it's a 1.
Oh no.
Oh no!
no.
This is why you don't summon
No.
demons.
Alright, that's that's unfortunate. Yeah, you just blindly like this. Oh, give me a Constitution saving throw. Actually, I forgot about that.
Oh
Okay.
no!
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I got to retcon that whole turn. You spend the turn retching from
Okay,
the.
well at least I don't.
the
This is why you don't summon.
All right, the demon does its best to try and get Gregory off it. It makes a bite and a claw attack at him. The bite hits. You take 5 piercing damage, but you manage to sort of like fend off the claws. All right, Kashmir, you're up.
Con save.
It's just trying to get out of your grips, like yeah, con save. Yep. Ooh.
Does that?
That is
Wait,
a
one
pass.
second.
That is a pass. Was that a
Okay.
save? Was that a save or? Oh, it doesn't matter. It's the same number.
Yeah, no, that was a con check, not a save. A save is
Okay.
+4.
Okay, sweet.
That's my bad.
Oh, it would have been a pass anyway, so that's fine.
Alright. I'm gonna peer through the fog for a little pink thing and try and, I guess, force some ice to coagulate upon it.
All right. Well, that doesn't actually require line of sight. That one does it because it's not like a roll to hit. So
Yes.
yeah, so he'll just take his usual con save.
Actually, no, it does require line of sight.
Oh, it does.
For one creature that you can see within range.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, I guess you just can't target him.
I just can't see it.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't see him to actually target him with it.
Alright, well, I'm gonna throw Frost randomly into the room somewhere.
Oh boy.
Oh god. Alright, I'm gonna roll
boy, here we go.
I'm gonna roll a d4 and see who it hits between Basil and Susan.
Oh.
Like, so it'll go Basil, Demon,
1, 2.
Gregory, Susan.
Big 2.
Roll.
Sort of 3, isn't he?
It's a 3.
You're a 1. So
Okay,
Basil is a 1, Demon 2, Gregory 3, Susan 4.
Okay, just hit Susan.
It hits Gregory.
Oh no!
Gregory,
You still
roll
get
a-
to make a con save.
roll a Constitution save.
Oh.
Oh no!
I'm so sorry.
You take 4 frost damage.
Poor girl damage.
All of a sudden, you think that the demon is putting some sort of cold curse on you. The frost sort of like bites your armor and sort of envelopes your flesh underneath. You're like, "Ah!"
Oh, nice.
Leaf, it's your turn. Leave.
Leave.
Yep, sorry, I
There we
had
go.
things. People talking at me. Con save first, yeah?
Oof, getting
Yeah,
save.
that's fine.
All the bad.
Alright, how big is the demon?
He's very small. He's like 2.5 feet tall at the most. Same height
Alright,
as Basil, basically.
I turn to Kashmir, look at his backpack, grab the pot that he got from Eliza, and just sort of like leap at the demon to catch the thing in the pot.
Alright. I mean, he won't
like-
fit in the pot entirely. It's big enough to like go over his head or something.
Oh, okay. Is there a pot near? Is a container nearby that I could like fit over the like a rubbish bin or something?
No, not unless you like
No.
Put in the sail.
overturned her cauldron and like emptied it. Oh, actually, no, it consumed what was in the cauldron, so it is currently empty.
Okay, cool. Well, there, yeah. I'm just gonna like grab the cauldron, and, like just like
Alright,
bump it, like just.
roll an athletics check. All right. You managed to pick up the cauldron. Roll another athletics check with advantage because Gregory has him grappled to trap him underneath it. Oh, that's lucky. All right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's lucky.
He'll roll an opposed one to not get caught. Got to beat a 17. You rolled a 10. So yeah, you just run over, like just sort of barrel like Susan out of the way, grab the cauldron, turn it over, like, oh, like slam it down on top of the demon. Like, just hold it down. He's inside. You see this, like, dung, dung, dung on the edge. Like, he's very angry. Just give me a.
then I-
Actually, before you even.
And then I sit on top of the cauldron so it doesn't move. So it's just like it's like ding, 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 like just.
All right.
yeah,
What
it's
do you
trapped.
guys? All right. The room is still filled with foul gas. Gregory, it's your turn. Roll. Give me a Constitution save.
Oh, lad, you ready for a natty?
That's
Oh.
fine. You're used to the smell now. Basil, it's your turn. Oh, do you want to do anything, Gregory?
I want to open the door to try and disperse this.
Open
this
the
gas.
windows. There's gotta be a
Open the
window,
windows, yeah,
surely.
open the windows to try and disperse the gas that's.
All right, sweet. Yeah,
Turn
it
it
works well
down.
enough. Like, you open all the windows and stuff, and about 10, 15 seconds, like, most of the gas sort of, like, seeps out through the cross current and disappears out of the cottage. Basil, what do you want to... should we stop combat? It's trapped in this cauldron,
Okay.
so...
Yeah,
what do you
it's-
guys
do
want?
a,
Grab this
uh,
cauldron. I'm pulling out I've got my short sword, and I am just walking towards what's her face?
Susan.
what's her face? Susan. I'm walking towards Susan. I just grab her. I'm like, "What the fuck did you just do? What the
He's like-
fuck did you just summon?" And
Basil!
I'm
like
sorry. He was
terrifying.
supposed,
Basil, don't.
he was supposed to have some answers. Please don't hurt me. Oh,
Can you get
she's-
rid of it?
She's like, yeah.
Dispel this magic.
I might have another ritual that could probably get rid of him, but
How quickly can you?
Will you need the cauldron? Because
yeah, it'll need the cauldron.
Can
Ah.
you use this small pot that this cashmere has
No,
uses?
witches can't do rituals in pots. We need cauldrons.
What if I just told you this was like a really small cauldron?
I'm sorry, it doesn't work that way.
We have two choices here. We either kill this demon, or we all run out of this house, but the demon's still under it, and leave Susan here.
well, we can't. Well,
I mean, she
evil
did
must
make
be
a bet.
smited.
Yes, it must be.
All the while, there's just like this loud dung dung dung. The cauldron's just fucking rattling, going off its head.
I knock back on the cauldron. I'm just like, "Oi, behave yourself. We're talking."
We could all stand around this bowl, and once it's unturned, we all can take a hit at the same time. Basically, an in-game way of saying let's all ready actions around this thing, so as soon as it gets out, we all hit it at the same time.
Leaf's got his like axe out like whack-a-mole, just like ready to smack it.
Susan, do these demons like go away if we just wait?
No. I mean, the last one, he chased me around for a bit until I opened the door, and then he just ran out into the swamp and disappeared.
Oh,
Yeah,
So you've let the
summoned a
demon free
and-
into this world.
Oh, yeah. I mean, what else was I supposed to do?
Well, send it back to the whatever plane of existence you summoned it from, of course.
So it's quite difficult to do, and there's a demon chasing you around the room. You gotta.
Right, well, let's deal with this demon to begin with. He takes the position next to the bowl and kind
I
of...
really am sorry. The last one was a
Look
lot
good.
more talkative and a
Susan?
lot less gassy.
Susan, quiet.
Yeah. Okay. So.
We will discuss your magical brewing license after we've dealt with this demon.
Oh, cheese and whiskers. All right.
How many points have you got left on that license?
Oh, I'm on my last one.
I would consider a different career after this. Right. Is everyone ready in position?
Okay.
I'm holding the pot down, so I can't. I don't think I can ready in action. I'll ready like.
You can.
Yeah,
It's like he's not the strongest. He's small, so you can, and you're fairly strong, so you can hold the pot down with one arm and grab your axe with another hand if you want.
Yeah, I'll do that
Yeah.
and just like be ready like a whack-a-mole, just ready to lift it, just smack it, to come down with it.
All right.
All right. So
I don't really feel comfortable just slaying.
Basil points to Kashmir and says, "You are not stabbing it."
I've got
Wait,
you, dagger.
Kashi, you come here, you hold down the pot, and then you lift it up, and I'll swing with my. I'll ready in action with my greatsword.
I
Okay.
think that's
Okay.
perfect. I think that's perfect.
I'm gonna go and sit on the pot.
Yeah.
All right.
Just the hell. Shut
All right.
And
Basil's
I
gonna
ready in
pull out
action.
his second short sword, so he's ready to do 2 stabs as soon as this thing's opened up.
Okay.
Gregory would like to put away his shield and wield his
Double-handed?
equalizer as well. Yeah.
Oh, we're a
Two-handed.
double weapon.
Double weapon. Yeah.
Oh, is it a light weapon? Are you able? I don't think.
Yeah,
you
you
are.
can only do 2
no,
on
it's-
bunny if they're
it's
both
just-
light.
Yeah.
Finesse
How
or
do I
light?
put-
I
Yeah.
believe.
It just says weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be able to do it with a.
The only
Okay.
light weapons are like daggers and throwing axes and short swords.
All right. Well, he's gonna do a double-handed strike with the warhammer then.
All right then. Sweet. So you guys. You like
You
3,
want to roll first.
2, 1. Kashmir leaps off the cauldron. It's like, like throws it back immediately, and the cauldron like bangs against the wall, and the demon's like about to lunge. You guys can all make your attacks. Just go one at a time. Start
you-
with Leaf. Yep, there we go.
Yeah,
Boom!
Right, that is a hit and 10 damage.
Alright. I'm gonna do my 2 stabs.
A big.
First stab. Oh, well, there's the 2. So 1 misses, I presume.
Yes. So 1 hits, you get your sneak attack, so a 7 damage total, and yep.
You're
Oh
fucking kidding me.
no! 5 damage, but don't worry, it's enough to dispatch him. So yeah, you guys
Imagining
just
1 blade gets sunk into it, like
Yeah.
its ear gets lopped off, and this hammer just comes down on its head and squishes it.
yeah. It's just like, yeah, he's getting ready to lunge, and Leaf just like cleaves him across the stomach, and like just a clean cut, and his entrails instantly fall out of this fucking gut cut, and then Basil just like slashes him from behind. He's like, ah! And then he just looks down, this warhammer coming down, and he's like, oh! Splats him, just like impact on the floorboards. His guts just go everywhere, and you just hear this like final like this little whiff of yellow gas just like whiffs into the air. And Susan just sort of like looks up from behind the collar, just like,
Ah, I wonder if that'll make a good reagent.
walks
No.
over,
No.
walks over and examines the guts.
No,
It's like,
Susan,
no.
Susan,
No.
we won't be allowing you to be performing rituals anymore. I don't think.
Like, all right. Oh, Gregory, yes. I'm sorry about that. He gave you a right thrashing, didn't he? Go on. Take a seat in front of the fire. I'll make you one of me special healing potions.
Do you have one, or are you brewing one?
I'll brew it for you. I don't have any.
No,
on me
no.
for- it won't
No
take
more
long.
brewing.
It'll only take about an hour or so.
Nope.
Might as well rest,
Susan.
guys.
He turns to the others
long
and
as she
says, "We
doesn't-
need to leave now. We
Are
need
you
to go.
sure? I can make you a potion of feather fall.
Dinner is
or
not safe here."
I can give you a potion of animal friendship or a potion of...
Featherfall would be pretty cool.
Yeah, it is cool. Sometimes I like
Yeah.
to take one and I climb one of the big trees nearby and just jump out for fun, and glide down like a bird
That
folk.
sounds awesome. I want
Yeah.
one. I want 10. Give me 10, 20. However many I can carry. That's how many I want.
She's like,
That's what
yeah,
Faith
well, if you
loves.
take,
Point.
take a seat in front of the fire. I'll brew you up a nice healing potion and a nice...
I will take the seat outside. Not being involved with this house.
She's already overturning the cauldron and putting it back up and dropping reagents into it. She's like,
He just shakes his head and wanders out there, and he's sitting out there with his where is it? Bloody. Oh, he had an instrument, but he's gonna have a pipe now. He's gonna smoke his pipe.
All right. You guys let her brew some potions. Or?
Yeah,
Yeah,
as long as
well-
she doesn't start muttering some shit, Gregory's.
No,
fine.
now remember, no incantations.
While we're waiting, I want to walk outside and see if there's any small animals about.
Sure. Yeah.
Kashmir, are you stepping outside?
Yeah.
Okay. As you step outside, Basil just turns to you and says, "This is why magic is dangerous." Goes back to smoking his pipe.
I don't think she meant to do any harm. I think she was just she's just stuck in her ways is all.
I'm sure you didn't mean to cast that fireball.
Well, of
Sorry,
course.
cause that explosion. Sorry, I don't know exactly what that spell was because I'm just a simple.
Well, it
thief.
was a big ball of fire, so I understand what you're saying.
This is
Yes.
why.
What I'm saying is, I don't think it was entirely her fault. I mean, maybe she's a bit irresponsible with it, but not maliciously.
Irresponsibility with magic can lead to devastating.
Yes, perhaps that's true.
As he
mean-
goes back to smoking his pipe. Kind of.
Just
Okay,
remember,
I see.
Basil, that magic can do a lot of good as well.
Skill kind of staring off into space, but you can see that he is kind of like, just gives you like a slight nod without looking at you.
Alright, I'm gonna walk down the step or down outside the
Alright.
hut and look for a small animal like a squirrel or
Yeah.
a mouse or a bird or something.
Roll a perception check.
Uh,
Oh. Yes, I can. All right.
Thanks.
The best you can do is like there's a caterpillar crawling up one of the stilts supporting her house. But you can't see any forest critters.
okay. I'm guessing a caterpillar does not qualify as a beast.
No.
Tis a wee beastie.
You hear a voice from me. She's like,
I can turn him into a beast if you want.
No. Basil is just like rubbing his forehead. He's like, "Why she'll have life doing this?"
Alright,
So
okay.
over the course of the next 90 minutes, the cauldron sort of emits all sorts of smells and fumes and different colored smokes, and she's like,
Alright, I'm all done, and darlings, come and get it. He's like, alright,
Basil
Still
see,
in.
stays outside.
Gregory, you look terrible. You should drink this one straight away. This one make you feel real good, real nice.
Yeah. Hit me up, woman.
all right, so it's a potion of greater healing. You
Does it
gain
taste as
20
good as- Oh, my
HP.
God.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Do I gain 20?
Holy shit!
You're four.
Well, what are the odds of that, huh?
There's all your luck gone.
Yeah.
Quick, guys,
wow.
let's do all the encounters.
Yeah, it's my
You should
best
just
roll of the
save
year.
that potion.
Alright, she also gives Leaf. She gives you a potion of Featherfall.
Nice.
She gives Cashmere. Well, she produces for Cashmere, Leaf, and Basil 3 blue. Actually, so it's 3 vials filled with clear liquid, along with a little satchel to go with each, like a tiny little component bag.
But these are little potions of resistance. So inside the satchels, there's different reagents, and for whichever one you add to it, it will change color and give you a little bit of a resistance to that element, or So the slime wranglers like these ones because they add the little slime reagent to it. It protects them from acid, but it can protect you from fire and electricity, or cold, or fire, or
Witches?
slime.
Swords? Would it protect us from swords?
Yeah, if you put there's a little thorn in there. If you drop the thorn in, it'll protect you from piercing or slashing, or it's up to you really. It's situational, you see.
Dope.
How did you make these potions?
That disappointed it.
What is that?
I don't know. So,
Good lord. Oh,
I'll mute myself.
oh.
What's going on?
The D4s. What is that?
Oh, that's
Oh.
just because you're on 40.
I'm back.
All right. Yeah, she's like,
I'm just a real cracker of a witch, you know. I've been doing this for a long time. I've been having visions and making me potions. And
Well, you still need a little bit of practice.
I was a very well-renowned apothecary in all the heart, but I had a few little snafus with some of my rituals, and I got evicted. So I came out here where I can just do what I want without people troubling me, you know. Until they come along to me cottage for a little hospitality, and then they start judging me for a little bit of a demon snafu.
Right. Accurate.
sorry. To clarify, how many? I got a potion of featherfall and what else?
a potion. No, that was what you got.
Oh, right. Okay.
Sorry, I didn't mean to say you. I mean, the other three get a potion
yep,
of
got it.
resistance.
That's
Well,
cool.
What do we choose? Okay, well, Basil will take it reluctantly if everyone else.
So, yeah, sorry, I meant to say Gregory, Kashmir, and Basil get the potions of resistance.
I'll add that to my inventory now.
I just added the potion of force resistance because you can't add a generic potion. of
Yeah,
resistance.
yeah. So if you guys remember, whenever you use it, you can change the reagent. That's fine.
It's situational. It's context sensitive. It's
Context. Yes.
sensitive to context. Like,
My favorite
from again?
character of any D&D one shot
It's my
ever.
favorite.
one more thing.
Oh.
Sorry.
Conquer.
No, one more thing.
Yes.
I don't have enough to go around. I only have one. But you can have this.
And she hands you yeah, she gives you she takes off this ball trinket that she has around her neck. And she's like,
One of you can carry this. It's called a nest charm. The bird folk like to use these. It'll give you. It's got like a little spell contained inside of it, and it's really handy.
Oh, yes, I've seen these before. I'm assuming I've seen these before.
yeah, you've heard tell of them. You haven't actually seen one yourself.
Yeah, cool.
Um,
And what is
but,
the spell contained inside?
let me just check. I've got this right. It's one of the Humblewood magic items. If it's the one I think it is, it actually spawns like this treehouse that you can just camp in at will.
That's great.
Nice.
I'm pretty sure that's what it does. I'll double check after the session, but I've put it on D&D Beyond as homebrew, so you should be able to just add it to your inventory. And,
What's it called?
a nest charm.
By the sounds of it. Does the nest have to be in a tree?
I'm afraid so, yes.
Yeah, 30
Fear
foot
of
diameter
intricate
second
metal.
platform with interwoven branches.
It's like, yeah, so this will keep you safe from the little swamp beasties or in the forest or wherever you're camping at the time.
Right.
Yes, the perch. Oh, so at home in a perch.
Yeah, you bird folk, you love your perches. Alright, well, I'm getting a little bit tired, so the summoning demons wears you out a little bit, so I'm gonna just, I think I'm gonna turn
I
in
can
for
imagine.
the evening. It's been lovely having you here.
Lovely to you, Susan.
Feel
Quite
free.
fun. This is quite a good detour.
Yeah, you're great little helpers. I've never seen so much frog spleen and these herbs. I'm gonna be set for quite some time, so you stop by anytime.
Nope.
And
Never again.
I'm always
Never.
happy to whip up some potions for you, my little lovelies.
Basil's out the door. Half mid-sentence.
Thank you very much, Susan. You
Like,
are.
she gives you one final hug.
He's like, oh, little Cashmere, good luck with your adventure. Don't die.
Good luck on your next ritual, I suppose.
Please don't summon any more demons, Susan. Those,
Don't make any more potions at all.
And may the Amaranthin be with you. Hopefully, if you're out,
And you.
hopefully my visions don't come to pass and the entire forest burns down. I wish I could have got some more ounces out of that little pink fucker, but he was a little violent, wasn't he?
He was indeed a pink fucker.
Alright then.
Okie dokie.
Bye bye.
let's,
Bye, Susan. Thanks for the potions.
I wish I could
Sounds
say
off.
I would miss you.
DM for fuck off.
I'm getting a bit tired.
All right, so you guys, at this point, it's getting on to mid-afternoon, but the travel time back to Wintering Reach, you should be able to get there.
Real quick, what did Kenna think of all that nonsense?
She was actually she's taken notes about a lot of it, actually. She was just fascinated by the whole thing. She spent the entire time of the demon fight retching from the
Right.
disgusting foul mist. She's like, well, that was quite a thing, wasn't it? I thought we were just stopping for a spot of lunch, but we ended up, you guys exploded and then fought a demon. I was like, oh, I did not see that coming. That was a thing.
I know. Isn't it awesome?
We should let's get back to the Reach before something else explodes. There we go. All right.
Yeah.
I think I've had enough excitement for a few days.
Or an entire lifetime, I think.
All right,
Very
so
excited to not be in this swamp anywhere near that.
yeah, it takes you about an hour and a half before the Wintering Reach comes back in sight. Yeah, it's early afternoon.
Hello, Winning Reach. Your heroes have returned.
No one can hear you. Leave. We're still in the outskirts of town.
Oops.
That's what I'll say when I get there.
Okay, so yeah, as soon as you arrive back to town, Kenna sort of like pace picks up. She's like, "All right, come on then, let's go see Uncle and get you guys paid up. I'm sure he's offered a reward. I'm sure you guys weren't doing this out of the goodness of your hearts."
Wait, there was a reward? Oh, wait, no, Purge Guard. Purge Guard.
She's like, "All right, come on then, let's go see Uncle." She
Uncle's house we go.
leads you guys up to the magistrate's building again. The same two knucklehead guards are out the front. Kenna like walks up. They're like, "You got an appointment?" And she's like, "Oh, get out of the way, fuckface."
I should use that one next time.
Like brushes him aside. Like that opens the door and you guys just sort of follow through. They try to stop you. They're like, "Appointment?"
Yes. Yeah, we have an appointment.
You just hear Kenna yell angrily from the foyer. She's like, "Leave him alone!" Like, "Come on in." Don't just ignore him.
All right, see you later,
And she walks
fuckface.
in. She's like, "Sorry about him. That's he's my ex-boyfriend. It didn't like. I chose my researcher career over him, and he always gives me shit."
I think you made a valiant choice.
Very
Wise choice.
Very wise choice.
All right.
But how big is this cloaca?
Oh god.
Oh,
How do I delete someone from?
Oh boy.
Anyway, moving on. We go into the house.
You walk in. Walden Crane is the noise has attracted his attention. He comes out of his office he's like, "Oh, Kenna, you're alive!" She's like, "Oh, hello, Uncle. Yes, I'm alive." He's like, "Oh, hello. I'm very glad to see you. I'm very glad you came back in one piece. Oh, adventurers, you found her."
We sure did.
Yes,
Capital, excellent job, and you brought her back. And tell me, what did you have to Was there many slimes? Did you have to fight? Did you have to slay some slimes?
We killed two skeletal birds, 2, 4, 6, 8 slimes, 2 caustic slimes, 1 big slime that divided up into 2 little slimes, and then after that we killed a big frog that tried to kill us. Actually, did knocked us unconscious, and then we killed a demon that was summoned by a lovely witch in the woods.
Yes.
She gave me this full of feather potion. I'm gonna take it to I'm gonna climb the tallest tree and drink it, and then float down. It'd be great.
Well, what's well, it just sort of like, while you're talking, it just sort of like wafted over him. He's like, whoa, and like, if you even saw like some of his feathers like rippling like he was standing in a breeze, and he's like, oh, that's excellent then. I'll come in, step inside my office. Let's get you paid up, and I've got your letter ready as well. I penned it. I knew you'd return.
Excellent.
Walks back in. He's like, all right then. He's got his little wax seal set up, and he's like, oh, let me just do this with the official seal of the Winnowing Reach Magistrate. A letter of introduction to the Bird Folk Council in Alderheart. Here we go. Boom. Stamps it, the seal, with the wax seal, and like hands it to Gregory. He's like, well, there you go, preacher.
Yes.
And here we have payment. 20 gold pieces in this bag for your valiant efforts slaying the slimes of the Mokk fields. Here you go.
Oh, thank you very much, Magistrate.
Thank
You're
you.
too kind.
Thank you, Father, for your both your service in the Perch Guard and now your assistance to the Winnowing Reach and the Magistrate himself. I'm so delighted to see my niece alive. I thought for sure she was a goner.
Well, a couple more hours and it might have been true.
Yes.
Where's my letter?
Leave the letters for all of us, young chap. It's.
But I was joining the Perch Guard. Remember the letter for the Perch Guard?
Oh, well, of course, well, sure. With that mighty list of kills that you had there, of course, I can't, no promises. I can't say I know the Perch Guard General personally, but I'll do my best. Here we go. He takes, like, a few minutes, like, scribing this letter of introduction for, Leaf of Meadowfen. Yeah, he's like, all right, my personal seal again. There you go, Master Leaf. And, good luck to you in joining the Perch Guard. Lord knows it's an uphill battle, for sure.
Thank you very much. And I just immediately turn on my heel and leave the room.
Like, all right, well, good day to you all, and, you're welcome back in the Winnowing Reach at any time.
What kind of time is it at the moment?
It is late afternoon. It's like 5 p.m. or so.
Yes. Well, we do have places to be, and I have a perch to set up.
Yes, well,
Are we still getting free accommodation?
he's like, oh, yeah, no worries. I'll put you up in the Wrangler's Rest for one more night, for sure. Enjoy.
The Wrangler's Rest is a perch, isn't it?
The tavern, yeah.
Yeah, nice. That's fine.
All right, so you guys descend back to the town. Eliza catches up with you. She's packing up her cart for the day, and she's like,
Oh, hello. Oh, dear, you look like you've been through the cleaners, you lot. You look terrible. Oh, Jesus. What happened? Where have you even been? Oh, that's right. You said you went to the Mokk fields. I thought it was a day trip. You've been gone for 2 days. I honestly thought you were dead. I was about to leave in the morning without you.
There was a few slimes along the way, which waylaid us somewhat.
Oh,
We were delayed.
Well, now let's talk about it over a drink. How about that? Let's head to the rest. And I was planning on heading to Alderheart tomorrow morning. If you would like to join me on the road again.
Oh, absolutely! It was a wonderful travel partner. It'll be my privilege.
Oh, well, right then. Let's have a drink, shall we?
Yeah, let's go to the Wrangler's Rest.
all right, so you guys head to the Wrangler's Rest to settle in for a long rest for the night. And we will end the session there, guys.
Yay!
All right. But
Good
before
session.
we finish off, welcome to level 2.
Hey!
Hey, you bloody,
yeah.
you bloody, I'm happy.
Guys, we're twice as powerful as we were before.
Actually, we won't roll for hit points in this one, since it's a short campaign, so we'll do fixed. So yeah, all good.
Ooh.
So yeah, have level 2 characters ready for next week.
All right.
Yeah.
Cap.
I'm gonna do
How
some
do I
damage.
do that? Manage
Yeah.
levels.
All right, guys. Thanks for the session. Yeah, I had
Thank
a lot
you.
of fun.
Oh, that was so much fun, Josh.
Fuck.
That was good.
Fuck witches. Straight up. Fuck witches. I'm out.
Oh my God.
Witches
Oh,
be.
it's- I can't believe you
Sorry.
rolled fireball on that table. I was as soon
I
as
know.
I was like, oh my God, what have I done? I just ended the campaign. I was like,
I literally thought that was. I
I
thought
was
the three
like,
of us were
oh
dead.
my God, how am I supposed to DM in 3 new characters next session? I'm like, oh my God, what have I
See,
done?
Basil,
Basil,
I
you
was-
make
I
my
was on
back
the
to the
edge.